Kitty, I will feed you when you say hello to the stream. Say hello to the stream, kitty cat. There you
Meow.
go. You're on the road.
Alrighty. So, I think we're live, yeah?
Aye.
Alrighty.
The 400 EXP points that you said that I got to my characters.
It's XP, mister, not EXP. Get it right.
Does it really matter?
Yes.
Alright, so,
Yes.
first of all,
So we're at
2,000.
2,000 even.
we're at 2,000. You guys are at 2,000 experience even.
We're halfway there.
Excellent.
Until we're not.
So, never mind.
That's wrong.
He said we're halfway there, so I started singing.
Your math.
Eh?
What's up?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
He's quiet.
Can't
Am
hear
I
him.
quiet?
A little bit quiet and distant.
Only a tiny bit on our end.
Yeah.
When people are talking, it's hard to hear you. That's
Is that
all.
better?
No.
Is that better?
No.
A little. But if other people are talking, I don't hear you clearly. That's all.
When other people are talking, you can't hear anyone anyway.
I don't know what you're talking. Damn it! Someone's supposed to talk to me, so I can't ruin that joke.
Anyway, hello.
Fucking recap, please.
Hello, Internet. Welcome back to Star Wars Saga Edition. Dawn of Defiance. Last session was very interesting. They had managed to find their way to the Felucian village, killed a bunch of Felucian scouts, and were introduced to the native Felucians of the planet Felucia, which
Matthias shot first.
toward being mushrooms in every sense. And
It's like the mushroom world from the end of the Sonic movie, except about 100 times worse because it all looks different. It's really, really wet.
OMG spoilers.
oh geez, sorry guys. Yep. Anyway, managed to speak with the Felucians. He found out that there was a human living among them that had been a leader in the Separatist army. It got majorly injured by the clones, and his whole group had been assassinated.
Assassinated? You don't assassinate soldiers in the middle of the battlefield. You defeat them.
There was a trap set, as far as from what I've been able to tell. And
They got ambushed.
they got ambushed. They got murked and murdered. And he, who had nearly died himself, was nursed back to health by the Felucians and has settled on this planet and has been enjoying his life as a Kybuck farmer.
Eating mushroom soup ever since.
And he found some sick children and cured them.
Withering bacterial disease that eats the water right out of their flesh.
And upon morning, during a conversation with said human who's named Mandrake,
I still find that hilarious.
I know, right? A speeder bike came by and...
What was that, Ben?
Mandark?
Mandrake. Mandrake of the swamp people.
Mandark?
Mandark.
No.
Sure. Whatever. Sure.
Mandate.
What's this button do?
Right. During a conversation where Deckard shows how really insular his people are, a speeder bike is noticed on the fringes of the village. They absolutely saw the village. They absolutely saw you, and a heroic and epic chase ensued.
Epic. That's the word we're using to describe our stuff now. The only epic is the Jedi bullshit. What's his face? Matthias is pulling off.
Look, just because Matthias is in tune with the Beast Force doesn't mean anything. Other than
Exactly.
that, he is clearly a skilled and competent rider who's been in control of the situation the entire time.
You mean you have a Size and L wondering?
No one noticed anything but that he was in front and cheated his way through a shortcut.
Alright, so
Ornery fucking Kybuck, I'm telling you.
so we left off where everyone had managed to get out of the natural tunnel and found their way into an area with a dying rancor.
Taking mad swings.
Taking mad swings.
All of you have passed it. Deckard, however, must begin challenging the Rancor.
Actually, it's two of you that didn't make it past the rancor.
Now, who's the second person who's behind?
One moment, let me bring up my list. But for expediency's sake, I'm going to GM hand wave and say y'all got past it because the two that were lagging behind saw that, it was Matthias, actually.
A size of no warned everyone.
You guys made it to the area in time to see Cezanne and Bullet dodge away from the Rancor, so you pretty well know that it's there and you can give it a wide berth, and your Kybucks have been just amazing this entire time. So,
Good.
Except for the one time his got lost.
Good kangaroo horse kitty.
so what I'm going to have all of you do is make one final ride check.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
And this is not going to be in any order and initiative, so
just throw it.
so just throw it.
We are all now rolling in order to assume formation as we gank this freaking stormtrooper on his speedy bike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I have a problem with my roll 20, but I'm trying to do it.
I got a 12. Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, no, I got a 16.
Nicely
my bad.
done.
What's going on, Ben?
My roll 20 app is like crashed and my tablet is being really shitty right now. It doesn't want to cooperate.
Roll20 is having glitches today.
Yeah, it lagged on my end too, so...
Yeah. Just go ahead and tap it for her or him. Oh, great hand of the Force. Wait, what's the title officially? Will of the Force.
And yeah, if you'd like, Ben, Matthias, I can roll your ride check.
I might need to have you do that because, like, I seriously can't even open my fucking app right now. Like, it was just open and I was just using it, and now it like won't even respond. I can't get the tablet to do anything.
Oh, the whole tablet went down.
I don't know if it's my tablet or what.
Might be just the app lagging or something. Who knows?
Go ahead and roll one for me because I can't even reopen Roll20 right now.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Roll20 has noted they have issues. They know they have issues. They're working on it.
Shut up, Saronic. You didn't see anything.
Actually, you might be able to delete that. Let me look.
Shut up, Saronic. You didn't see anything. Alright, so, let's see. It is a DC 10 ride check. Everyone has passed. Cezanne and Deckard both succeed by 5 or more. You guys gain a +1 circumstance bonus on your attack rolls for the next, the very first round of any combat coming up.
Alright, so we are darting out into what?
Alright, so, as you guys run past the Rancor.
What's up? Someone say something?
I think it was Ben.
I was talking to someone outside of the game.
Okay.
Alright.
The game.
Okay, so, as you guys end up moving past the Rancor, you leave the area of dense fungal growth and move into a clearing with a small river cutting through it. Though the river is shallow, it's relatively wide, and the Kybuck splash through the river as it turns north towards a narrow valley. The scout trooper in the distance flies through this area just above the river. The speeder bike's repulsor splitting the water and kicking up a wake. Several large bulbous mushrooms rise out of the riverbanks, creating large obstacles for anyone moving through. this area. And because you all have passed your ride checks, you move through the area fine. And you come across, one moment, here we go. Several huge mushrooms tower over this area, nearly obscuring the Imperial outpost that stands across a narrow stream.
Outpost.
Dun.
Imperial.
Outpost!
My God, he ran away to his buddies. What a basic survivor move. How daring. How intelligent for these adversaries of ours.
So he is within line of sight of his outpost?
It's more like, as I'm understanding, we just stumble across it as we're chasing him.
Yep. The stream winds through the middle of a forest clearing, splitting around both sides of a humongous mushroom, whose cap hangs like an awning over much of the battlefield. The outpost consists of little more than a few small barricades and a tall computer system with a rotating satellite dish at its top.
Fun!
If you guys will look at Roll20, I hope that it has figured out that I've changed the screen.
Yep.
Okay.
You all can see that.
Oh.
The speeder dude is in front of the giant mushrooms that the river winds around. Splits on both sides.
And is he he's still kind of in the process of fleeing right now? It looks like he's zipping by, or did he fishtail it and is pointing at us now?
Oh, he is still moving.
All right.
At the moment.
So as we enter this moment, we are still hot on this guy's ass. And all of a sudden, stormtroopers on the right!
Absolutely.
Fight! We've been led right into an ambush!
Now, we can... I'm leaving it up to my players. We can go by the, we can go by the initiative that you all had last time, or we can roll new.
It's a brand new encounter. What are you talking about?
New seems fine to me.
The encounter, new people have entered the encounter, or it's a brand new encounter. Both are viable.
Basically, the chase scene has ended, and now we're in a fight.
Yep. Though technically you've been in a fight this entire time.
A little bit of that, absolutely. I say initiative.
Alright.
Pull up this throne.
Initiative. Or Deckard.
I'll go with another initiative. I don't mind.
Alright. Where's the paper?
No, don't worry.
Alright.
That's it.
There. You got a pen?
That's weird. It didn't do the decimal thing for me. Not that it matters,
you
I
haven't
guess.
ticked off. We ticked it off last week, I believe.
A couple of us did.
Alright, do I still need to roll for you, Matthias?
Wow.
I got it.
Hold up. Yeah, he's actually in right now.
That's because I used the
so
skill,
I
not
want to look how force point acts.
Let me take a look. No, that was a 16.
Still, holy crap.
I still may want to use a force point. I'll look at what the exact effect on the initiative is.
Add a d6. It's all force point every day.
I wouldn't bother.
Add a d6.
I would not recommend it.
You jelly of my.
Well, I guess it would put you above them.
Let's see.
Yeah, I looked at that nat 1 and I'm like, I would like to apply a force point in response to rolling a nat 1.
Yeah, I see I have a high dexterity brother on the team.
I mean, the only problem is it's a free action result of a single attack roll, skill check, or ability check. So,
yeah.
Who the hell got that, Candace?
That was the speeders.
The speeders will go before Matthias.
No, it's players always first.
Players always first, even on a nat 20.
it's not an auto. It's not. There's no critical. There's no success or failure. Therefore, nat 20 can't be an automatic success or failure.
Yeah.
I assume.
Quick question: Is that 6 that Cinder rolled for the Stormtroopers or for Deckard?
That was Deckard, the first one.
That 6.14 is Deckard.
Yeah, Seasonal, I really would not bother spending a force point on your initiative, buddy.
Yeah, I was like, I want to, but I'm looking like what the
There's
legal
not
status
much
is.
point, apparently.
Bullet.
Yep. Followed by
Stormy Boys.
And then
Oh boy!
Deckard and Sazaniel.
All right.
This is bad.
This is fun.
Oh, this is great.
All right. Well then, Matthias, lead the charge, Beltalowda.
All right.
What's my like? I know I'm still riding, but like, are there any available enemies other than the speeder bike, or is that the only one?
There's a host of stormtroopers standing right off on our right.
Yeah. There's a host of stormtroopers to the right, and there are 2 more speeder bikes further up in the map.
Jesus Christ. What is a host of stormtroopers? What is
4.
that number?
It's like 4.
They're
And
behind Cub.
honestly,
They
I
have
could split this battlefield in half, can if we're using half the space that it's actually supposed to provide. Look at those squares. Look at that square difference.
Yeah, I tried to get it as best I could.
Yeah. Honestly, like we should treat every one of those squares like they're actually twice as wide as they are.
Getting maps right is a huge pain.
You're also still mounted on Kybucks, and you are using the Kybuck speed. It's 12 squares.
Okay. Well, is the highest enemy initiative, is that the person on the speeder bike we've been chasing the whole time, or is that just a generic stormtrooper?
Those are the speeders, yeah.
That's all the speeders.
There's 3 speeders.
There are 2 more on the field. It looks like they've been waiting for us. So
Somebody's been on comms, the naughty boy.
Well, then I guess
someone's been listening to the blaster fire and screaming jets.
Yeah, I guess that I'm just gonna have to try to finish off the wounded speeder that's been a problem for us this whole time.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. He's down to 20 health.
Just do anything different.
Roll a natural 20.
I'm rolling.
Roll an unnatural 20.
Close enough.
All right.
Damn.
So
That damages.
their reflex defense is 14. Their threshold is 16. So you beat the threshold.
That's
Ouch.
instant death, I assume.
No, not.
Oh, he had 20 left?
So because you hit threshold, he goes down 1 on the condition track, and he takes 17 health out of 20. He's at 3.
So what does being down 1 on the condition track do?
All right, being down 1 on the condition track. When you move down a step, it adds penalties to all defenses, attack rolls, ability checks, and skill checks.
How much?
By 1.
If you're down 1, it's by 1. If you're down by 2, it's 2. If you're down by 3, it's 5. Down by 4, it's everything is down by 10, and your move speed is halved. And then the 5th is you're unconscious or dead. Or disabled.
Before I end my turn, I'd like to use my minor action to move. I'd like to move my Kybuck directly away from the entire mass of stormtroopers so that they have a tougher time shooting me. Is that okay?
There is a mushroom to the left that I can get you to.
Okay, why don't you... Yeah, go ahead and throw me behind that, and then I'm just going to hope for the best.
3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. Yeah. 1 move action gets you further away from them and not quite to the mushroom for cover.
Well, whatever. I still think that's...
It's way better to move that way. It'll definitely give you cover against the speeder bikes if they decide to attack you. It's very obstructing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't want to be out in the open. Okay, well then that's my turn.
All right. Speeder troopers! Come at us, bros.
Alrighty, so these all have 6 squares as well. Yeah, they got a laser cannon.
Yeah.
Rip us.
Right?
No, don't do that.
1, 2, 3, 4. And how do I find that range thing?
Ruler?
Yeah.
It's the circle with the thing on it.
Yep, right there.
Okay.
Click.
It's the guy with the comb in his head.
Yep, so if we're doubling everything, it's 10 squares.
Alright.
10 to 12 on any of us.
Alright. And
With a freaking cannon, that is probably well within point blank range.
that's a heavy weapon, ain't it?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, that's 0 to 50 squares is point blank for a heavy weapon.
Yeah, no, those speeder bikes are basically, they actually have a cannon on them. Not the biggest in the setting, but that's the biggest weapon on the field by a large margin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Alright. What are you shooting at?
You mean other than the other two guys that have the same thing?
Well, yeah, the speeder bike as an instrument of destruction is the most powerful thing we're up against right now.
Let's see.
In terms of just pure damage output.
God, that's
So I would like to point out something right now. We have the option to not engage in a full frontal assault against outnumbered. Just saying.
What?
Well, what do you propose, nobleman? Who also declare the attack before you roll away.
I'm gonna. Thinking.
Now you should shoot one of the stormtroopers.
Yes, that's what he should do.
You're not that lucky. No, you're not that lucky. Oh, yeah, no, he's going to pull a small movement and spin his bike around.
So he fucking J-hooks it.
Uh-huh.
Lovely.
Yep, he is pointing right at you guys. Oh, and Nobleman's right out in front.
Rip me.
Close target.
Yep, Ed is definitely shoot the closest target. I am so sorry, Saronic.
No, you aren't.
One hit.
Oh my god.
Oh, you don't have to rip in peace?
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
Oh, man. Let me take a look at what the Kybuck stats are, too, because you're still on a Kybuck?
Well, don't delay for now.
No. The Kybuck's reflex defense is 14. So if you guys can remember that. And they've got +1 natural armor. That's fun. Okay. So, yeah, no, it doesn't even hit the Kybuck, so.
Oh, you're either aiming at the Kybuck or aiming at the rider.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's at the rider. So.
If I was one of the troopers, I'd aim at the Kybuck, personally. But I'm used to fucking thinking these things medieval, so it's like, oh, there's lots of knights on the field, stab the horses.
Fair enough.
Why would you do that? Because if I don't, the horse is going to run my ass over and kill me.
Don't.
Is that an option to do with these things?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
No, Saronic, you're not allowed to target the animal.
No.
1, 2, 3,
To use
4,
to have the animal target them.
I think you could if you got into melee, have the animal stomp on one of these guys.
They can kick and bite.
Yes, there is a ride check involved.
Yep. Alright, so we can hear the two other speeder bikes and see them begin to move as they split each way around the second largest mushroom directly northeast of our position.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. That's them? Are they shooting?
That is them. Do they have the range for it?
Abso-freaking-lutely. Point blank is 25 squares with the measurements we're doing. This whole field is point blank for their cannons. From corner to corner.
That is close to friendly fire with that.
You can stop helping now.
Do I have cover from the mushroom due to the angles?
It's more that he might clip his friend.
Still counts as cover.
Yep.
Well, also you draw corner to corner. So that's a corner to corner option.
That'd be amazing.
Basically, angle fire is partially blocked.
Yeah, so there's a +5 reflex defense on your end. That big mushroom is a problem.
Yeah, that's 18 squares.
You double that.
Yeah.
If we're kind of treating the map as a bit zoomed out. And the square is a bit too zoomed in. 36. Like I said, like even with our double measurements here, every single one of these guys is going to be point blank regardless.
Yeah.
Dude. We're going to have no range problems with us.
Alright, Northern One's going to take a shot at Volip.
Northern, like the one at the very highest end of the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy has no shot against Matthias, does he?
No, actually, he does not.
There you
Matthias is behind.
Matthias has cover.
Matthias is, for the moment at least, he's not getting shot at by speeder bikes.
Yay.
Oh, damn.
Dude.
Oh, poor sniper.
Oh.
So
What's your AC plus 5?
No, it
Does he have
was
cover?
not.
No cover?
23, man. What's your reflex defense normally, Bullet?
Not that.
It's not 18?
It is 18, but that is not sufficient to make that miss.
Yeah, the target number then, yeah.
Ooh.
You know what? This is going to be the first time I took damage in this campaign.
Oh, only 13. What's your damage threshold?
I don't know. Where is that? I've never needed that before.
It's
there it is.
Underneath, yeah.
Oh, would you look at that? It's 13.
Oh,
shit. Oh.
3 swift actions.
You are down 1 on the condition track.
First time I get hurt, and it's automatically a condition.
I mean, to be fair, that was a low damage roll.
You're a low damage roll. That was actually slightly higher than average. That was, well, nah, almost
40,
average.
10? No, it's not almost average.
Yeah, 7 points beneath.
Yeah.
When I started saying that, I was
average.
looking at the 4 numbers as if they were D6s for some reason.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That's 4d10, man. We're fighting laser cannons on these fucking...
Yeah, average would have been 20.
Alright, so third speeder bike is just moving closer. He's not gonna take a shot. Oh,
yeah.
So,
Yeah, he's not gonna shoot through his buddy.
no, he's not gonna shoot through his buddy.
Understood.
So that means it's Volip.
Hey, Bullet, yeah.
Alright, I take my turn to swear in pain. Okay, before I move, I want to try to finish off the speeder bike that is on its last legs, so that we can take one of the cannons out.
You should probably move, given that your line of sight to that speeder bike is
true. Well, can I partially move, shoot, then finish my move?
Well, can he shoot around me since he's adjacent? I don't know if that's Royal Roll, so...
No, it is not. Drawing line of sight through someone.
Actually, he does have precise shot and he can fire into melee.
We're not in melee.
Cover, though.
Yeah, no, this isn't the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
large creatures.
Or Saronic, here's an idea. We could try going with the question I was asking when you interrupted me during my own turn.
Sorry.
Can I move a square, take a shot, and then move the rest of my squares?
No, unfortunately not. That is a feat. It is 2 movements.
Yep. That's
then I'm gonna go.
Mobility.
Oh, mobility?
It's literally a feat you can get with.
Okay, well, it's a feat I don't have then. I'm gonna go over here.
There you go.
And take a shot at our friend here.
Yeah, kill him dead.
Our ambush friend. All right.
Use the force.
Where's my gun?
Farce, Phillips. Use the farce.
You're the farce. Take it. Take it.
Need the force.
Oh my god!
Natural 20 plus an 8 max. An 8.
He rolled a nat 20, and it looks like the game actually just straight up does the ×2 on it.
Oh
yeah,
my
it's which is wrong, but we're not going to fix it.
God! Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what was his beginning max health?
30.
I think his max health was 40.
His max health was 40, but it was at 3 hit points. You freaking exploded the speed. It goes up in a ball of flames over the goddamn water.
So I almost double killed him.
Yes, you almost did.
I almost wish that you shot anyone else with that.
I know,
right?
Then again, he's one of the guys with the biggest guns. So
Volip.
Yes.
Looks out of the water on his Kybuck. manages to steady the beast and settle into this not saddle as prone as possible, pulls up his sniper gun, aims, and shoots right at the ammo canisters that are being held on the back of the freaking bike.
Yeah.
Or batteries, ammo canisters, whichever.
I'll tell you what happened.
That shot right up the repulsor tailpipe.
Now here's what happened. The pain helped me focus my rage.
You son of a bitch!
Oh my god, first natural 20 on a freaking... Nope, it's not the first natural 20, but it's the first natural 20 for the heroes.
God damn, well, he did. Very, very dead.
He
wrecked.
is very dead.
Okay, so,
Oh my god.
swift action for second wind, I believe, and 3 swift actions, I know for certain, to go up on the condition track. Okay, 3 consecutive swift actions, not necessarily on the same turn, though. I did want to let you know that because
one
that
swift action does second wind, and what does that mean?
Actually, are you below half health?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then that's not relevant yet.
No, I'm at
So,
like
Stormy Boys.
2/3.
Right.
Yes.
I would like to remind Volot, because he is down 1 on the condition track, that anything he does will require a -1 on his rolls.
Yeah.
It didn't
The
matter
sheet
with
does
this
that.
because natural 20.
Yeah.
The sheet, did you check? There's a condition track next to the hit points.
I know.
You just take that.
I know.
146 for second wind
Stormy
rolls.
Boys' turn now. Please stop interrupting, Cyrenik.
I was giving him page number. Moving on.
Don't.
Alright, stormtroopers.
Cool.
Okay, so anyone that is close enough, which is technically the noble and the not Jedi, you can see the one stormtrooper at the console there has ducked down and is fiddling with console. Begin
That
countdown.
doesn't seem good.
Begin countdown.
Do you want to mark the dead trooper up there?
Oh yes, I will mark the dead trooper.
Gone a smoldering, smoky, flamey.
You're gonna need like 40 different marks for all the bits of him all over the place.
Just a little.
There you go. It's 3 marks.
Close enough.
There
He's
you go.
dead and on fire.
There's a skull, there's a rising flame, and there's a fireball streak.
Yeah. The fireball streak represents the flaming chunks of him that haven't landed yet.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, stormtrooper at the console is fiddling with console. He is knocked down. He has cover. Countdown starts now.
Like, how down are we talking? Like, is he basically on his knees with his head ducked so he's, like, completely concealed by the consoles?
Absolutely.
Okay, so basically we can't see him right now. He's
You
totally
could,
obscured.
yeah. You could technically see the top of his helmet because he's still got to be able to see the console.
Well, I mean, the console's up like this and it slants down. All he's got to do is be like this.
Yeah. So,
All right.
I mean, you might get to see the very, very top edge of his helmet. The other 3 stormtroopers.
What are they going to do? They're going to take cover and shoot? They're going to stand in the open like stormtroopers usually do.
They are going to take cover.
Oh, no. Oh, no, we're not fighting movie stormtroopers. There is no plot armor here.
What is your movement?
They can
6 squares. They can move 3.
They can move 3. Basically,
The best-
just move at full speed. So, boop.
There's that one.
Did he like just get up on the console, or he's kind of hugging? Okay,
He's hugging on the corner.
Yes,
Yeah.
I swear.
Don't make fun of him for his bulk on the map. He's trying to lose weight.
Oh, this guy doesn't have much options. There's not a whole lot of space. He's going to form up right behind his buddy.
All right, how many of them are adjacent to each other? Given that those are all basically 4 squares per square.
I guess the bottom 2 probably are.
Yeah, no, the 2 that I just moved are
Okay.
like right up on each other. the one that's on the console is further down, and the last stormtrooper near the satellite dish is kind of isolated by himself.
Okay. Got it. So that's what they do. They've all made their move actions. Now what?
Let's see. What do you have for a weapon?
Blaster rifles?
Yep, they've got blaster rifles.
You got pew-pews?
They have pew-pews. Whoop.
Yep, 16 squares.
16, 24.
And 28.
Yep. Okay, so 4 rifles. That is...
Is it a 3?
Rifles... 0 to 30 squares is point blank.
Yep.
So it's still technically point blank.
Yep.
Might help if I actually kept the sheet up.
Tiny bit.
Base attack +3.
Pretty much everything is point blank for rifles, unless we're like at
Yeah,
snipe
really
distances.
Yep.
Right. So forward stormtrooper is going to shoot a bullet. I'm going to assume that
Stop
hits.
trying to finish me off. Jeez. You and your intelligent tactics, and yes, that hits if I don't have any bonuses, which I don't think I do.
Nah, that's a straight shot. That's
Yeah.
no cover there. Oh shit, poor Volov. He's actually getting smacked around here. How dare you attack my friend?
This is what I get for saying that was the first time I've taken damage.
3d8 damage is 11.
Well, not a condition.
Yep.
Nope, not a condition. But you're still hurting.
I'm hurting a lot, actually.
Yeah,
I'm looking up those second wind rules now.
Yeah.
Yep. Page 146.
Bring time for that. Alright.
Second stormtrooper behind the first. He's kind of ducked behind, so I think that he might actually need a minus on that to not hit his old buddy.
Nah, if you're right next to him.
Alright.
These are not large creatures.
It's gonna aim at Deckard.
Hell yeah. Plus, if he aims at me, he's not shooting through that guy anyways.
Right.
So.
And then boop. Come on, roll 20.
Bring it the fuck on! I am one with the Force. The Force is with me. I am one with the Force. Yes!
You missed.
I just chant that this entire time while walking with the staff down the battlefield.
Alright. So, Northern Stormtrooper at the satellite. Northern Stormtrooper at the satellite is going to aim at Volk's Kybuck.
God damn. They either have something out for Volk, or they know he's the one with the shootiest shooter.
Which missed.
Hey! They can hit the rider, but they can't hit the thing 3 times its fucking size.
Deckard, to adventure?
Well, that's all the Stormtroopers.
Alright. So, Deckard's action?
Deckard's action.
Deckard's gonna come in over his comm. While Boise is just like, I'm gonna have some explaining to do tonight. I don't know if I'm charging this game.
I think so?
Yes.
What do you got? That's something that has not come up once, and I know this one's really weird.
Alright, let's see if I can find it.
I'm looking up types of actions.
Alright, one moment.
Burp, do I get a double?
Let's see, charge. As a standard action, you can move your speed in a straight line through unobstructed terrain and then make a melee attack at the end of your movement. You gain a +2 bonus on your attack roll and take a -2 penalty to your reflex defense until the start of your next turn. You cannot charge through low objects, difficult terrain, or squares occupied by enemies, but allies do not hinder your charge. Hold on, the mouse is over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess the first question is, with 6 squares of movement and no diagonals, I'm really not gonna be able to get...
That's a standard action. You can move action, then standard charge.
Yes, but I do not have anything in my hands right now. And I don't have quick draw.
No, but you do have a Kybuck.
Yes.
I do.
So, I mean, technically, I think that the charge, you could use the Kybuck to kick somebody.
Your Kybuck is currently equipped and wielded.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as your movement.
Yep.
And then you're going to charge at which one?
I'm going to charge at both of them. They're right next to each other, so right, diagonal, right.
So right, diagonal, right.
Right there, not just one. The 2 squares. All I need.
Boom,
right there.
Right there?
Yep.
Okay. So, the Kybuck makes an attack for a kick. One moment.
Charge right into him.
Let me bring that
I'm
up.
glad you had the same idea.
Okay, so the kick is a +2 to attack.
Be strong, Kybuck. Be strong for your mushroom masters.
Oh
no. No, it's an animal and there's gunfire going off and it's not a war beast. Ain't that about a bitch.
This is entertaining. This is amazing. I love it.
Oh boy, okay. I have swift action left.
You could draw?
Nope, not without freaking a feat. I need a move action to draw.
Oh, okay.
You know, I actually could have done something else.
Well, if...
Nope, oh, you know what? I know.
You know?
Swift action. Battle strike.
Battle strike?
Battle strike.
Okay.
That'd be use the force check.
Alright. Use the force.
Yeah.
Oh, my Kybuck is doing this fighting for me. I shall clear my mind and prepare for a devastating blow against my adversaries.
Use the force, Luke. Dude,
Oh, nice.
20.
All right, cool. Let's take a look-see at that in a moment. Actually, Susan's turn, so Susan, go.
So, can I use Control Mountain Battle, the DC 20 check? It's a move action, attempt to control the mount while in combat. Can I use that to have my Kybuck move while I shoot? It says,
Yeah,
as a move
why
action, you
not?
get time to control your mount while in combat. If you fail, you can do nothing else that round. So essentially, my Kybuck's taking its action, I take my actions in consequence. It only costs me a move. If I fail, I lose my turn. And my Kybuck must be the only thing acting. So basically, I'm going to also move into melee because I can't charge. So if I succeed, I get to shoot a dude. If I fail, I don't get to do anything. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
I think I'm getting what he says. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
To adventure! Wait for it to actually hit the thing. Nope.
All right, so Kybuck will charge. And once again, poor Matthias is watching these 2 idiots just like run face first into the stormtrooper.
Actually, I was going to move further in to here and basically get next to these
You
two.
are not allowed to move through spaces that are occupied by your enemies.
So 5, 10, 15. Sorry, 5, 10. I'm doing this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, did I start from here?
There's 3 attacks of opportunity.
Are they armed with melee weapons?
No,
they're not. And they don't have marks, so no worries.
Right?
Exactly. Neither am I. So now I'm just in their faces. I start trying to point my gun at them, and the beast bucks because it's the middle of a fight. I look like an absolute stooge doing this.
Pause an attack made against you to miss. Act on a turn. Take damage that would otherwise harm another character within your reach. Increase the effect of some force powers.
Okay.
Alright, I need to be right back and use the restroom. I apologize.
Hell yeah. All
How
right.
dare you?
And then I look at that. So, that'll be top of the round again. Matthias! Mighty Matthias, we need your skills. We need the 2 shooters to shoot while the 2 idiots idiot.
Right?
I'm a face check the stormtrooper bush. Oh no!
You think that the noble would learn by now?
Yeah, you think that the guy who doesn't actually have any fucking talent for hand to hand would not be doing this shit? But did Ben just disappear?
Let's take a look.
New man, you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear you now.
Yes, we can.
Thank God, because apparently you couldn't hear me that whole time. But
Nope.
it's okay because I didn't say
Alright.
it's okay because I didn't say anything of substance during anyone else's turn, so no worries.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, cool. It's my turn to do the thing. Nice shot, Fulla. That was fucking dank.
Thank you.
I don't need to do another ride check or anything, do I?
Nope. Nope. The ride checks are for the chase. As long as you move standard, you don't have any ride check to make.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take my swift action to move my happy ass as into cover as possible. If there's more movement to be had, and then I'm gonna shoot the fucking nearest speeder bike to me.
All right. So two things. First and foremost, moving is a move action.
Yeah.
And second, a GM. These shrooms that we're looking at, these are the caps we're seeing on the map, correct?
Yep.
So he could technically move under the shroom and be hugging the shroom stem.
Absolutely.
There you go. You got solid cover now, Matthias.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking I would do. So cool.
Like a smart person.
Alright, so
And I assume that I can see and fire at a speeder bike.
yes.
Yeah, the one that smoked Volt really hard is actually directly in line of sight of you and has no cover.
It's 28 squares.
Yep. It's
he's fucked.
well, that
28 squares away.
is
Using
range.
the pistol, correct?
Matthias, are you using pistol?
Yeah, all I have is my pistol with the targeting scope on it.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a short attack.
Except he gets bounced down to point blank because he's got scope.
Okay, so
There you go.
alright.
Yeah, I'm okay. All right.
Roll.
Okay, here it comes.
Merkham.
Here. Oh, hang on, something happened. There we go.
Ooh.
That may not hit the speeder bikes.
There.
I don't think that worked.
Their defense is 14.
Damn, one under.
Okay, well, I tried.
Close, very close. No cigar. All right, so that's moved, that's shot. That's Matthias' turn.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do, so it's up to you now.
Yeah, all right, speeders.
Alright, one moment.
No. It's a hit me damage. Do the speeders.
Alright. Speeders.
You know, hold on a second. Matthias, what level is your character?
We're all level 2.
What's your dex score?
My dex?
Yeah, your dex modifier.
Is accurately represented here, Nick.
It's 14. It's got a bonus of 2.
Yes, his level is incorrectly listed on his sheet, so he's not picking his level bonus to any of his stuff.
What are you talking about? A level 2.
Exactly, but your sheet, are you set? Your sheet is not including your +1 from your level for some reason. It looks like
There is no +1 from level. There's only the base attack bonus.
Oh, is it base attack bonus?
There's still a base attack bonus in this game. You do not get a random bonus to hit just because you have levels. You have to work on your base attack bonus score.
Yeah, that's on skills.
I missed. It's cool. I missed.
No, I completely derped. Hold on, I'm trying to figure something out then.
He missed.
No, I'm on my sheet. I'm like, wait, what? Don't worry about it.
Alright, speeder bikes have moved.
Alright.
And
No, boy, that other guy's going a bit further right than I would have liked. Stop shooting at my sniper, buddy! He's the only person I knew before I got off the ship! Motherfucker.
Rip in
Now
peace.
that right there absolutely counts as fucking cover. He's
Yes,
got to cross through a stormtrooper. That
and the
guy's
satellite.
next to.
And the satellite.
The equipment, a mushroom, a stormtrooper.
Oh my god, poor fucking bullet.
Right? Oh boy. I'm so sorry.
This was not a good battlefield for us to stumble into.
No, this is actually kind of shit. So who's getting shot by who?
Oh, let's see. The speeder bike that's just entering the water near the giant mushroom in the center is going to target Matthias.
All right. Well, he's got good cover, so he's got +5 to his reflex. But that dude is charging.
Why you gotta be racist against Zabrax? What's your problem?
You're the problem.
You're all aliens.
You're the problem, and they're the solution.
Yes,
Right.
but him and Deckard have no class.
What's your reflex defense normally, Matthias?
Not that.
My defense is fucking amazing. It's 17.
17
You're good.
+5 is 22. It is a miss.
Oh, it is. Hey, nice.
Oh, but barely. Like that blast, that laser cannon bolt, like shreds 5 fucking pounds of shroom flesh right next to Matthias.
No, yes.
That's the first
Oh, well,
time
that
that
was
it
really
attacked my character, by the way.
What's that?
That's the first time in this game that anyone's attacked my character. I just wanted to point that out.
It's fucking great.
Well, you see, what normally
Me
happens is
too.
your character sits there with his elbow against the wall with a beer in the hand and his pistol in the other, so I think they all miss him due to the audacity. It's like, that's not a person who's fighting. That's not a serious combatant.
Alright, next speeder bike is going to attack Volup's Kybuck.
Now they're being dicks. They're going to strand us.
That is absolutely a hit.
Oh, boy.
You know, I would have called for a retreat by now, but I don't think we could outrun those speeders. So,
Well, it was my first suggestion.
and like I said, I don't think it's possible.
This poor Kybuck, you guys are going to have to explain to Mandrake.
Now we have to explain shit. We just chase stormtroopers.
No, we just point to it, and the blaster burns at its side, and it's self-evident.
Now, so I'm going balls deep.
Well, Volop, you get tossed to the ground because your Kybuck is dead.
Wait, the damage dice hasn't come up yet.
Oh. I thought I rolled him. Oops.
No, his roll, that's the thing, is if you did, it's still hanging. Really, it says right there in the corner, rolling your dice.
That is
Definitely dead.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely dead.
That's kangaroo steaks for everybody.
Yep, no, that is absolutely dead.
They're already
Poor
cooked
Kybuck.
too.
We have one return to revivify it with first aid. No, we're
All
not
right.
going to.
I'm gonna
How
need
do you
second aid
return-
and third aid as well.
Revivify is an action with first aid. We'd have to treat it this round.
The thing. Oh, oops.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. No.
19 is nothing. Nothing. Alright, well.
Yeah, no, its HP is 7 and its threshold is 9.
So it took 23 damage. That thing has a
That
hole the
thing
size
is
of a dinner plate for
dead.
its fucking torso.
That thing is dead.
Oh, poor Kybuck.
Yep.
The involved hits the soft mushroomy ground and doesn't take damage? Or, does he get bucked and that shit sucks for him too?
He's prone.
He's prone. The mushroom loam.
Okay, so rolls as he fucking hits the ground. He's good. Other than prone.
Yeah, and he ends up underneath the.
Bullet! Stay prone! It's harder for people to hit you!
He ends up underneath the mushroom near Matthias and his Kybuck.
You know what? This is going to be one of the rare times where I'm going to say I'm actually sad it didn't target me instead, because the 15 would have missed.
I know, right?
Hey, Krendar, just FYI, you're coming in really quiet for me right now, man.
Turn me up then. How about everybody else?
Seem fine?
Your normal volume on my end.
Yeah, here's the thing, like, you and Ben both have got the same volume for us.
What?
Okay.
What, Connor?
I said you sound about as loud to us as you do as Ben does. So, like, on our end, you're fine.
Okay. Ben, you can probably turn me up individually on your end then.
Dude, I can't hear him at all.
Yeah.
You deal double damage, it's it. Like, it's actually correct.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, you guys go ahead and fiddle with that, but I think part of it is that we have a lot of custom settings for our own audio, so...
Plus, I adjust in Discord itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, well, shit. Those are the speeders?
That was the speeders, which means it's Volup's turn. He is prone under a mushroom
Okay.
with a dead Kybuck nearby. I should probably put a token for.
Okay, let's see. I can shoot first and then move after, right?
That is
as long as it's
correct.
not split.
Yep.
All right. Speeder boy up here is getting shot. First of all.
Alrighty.
First things first.
I don't have a Kybuck.
No worries. What did I
Yes! Just enough!
fucking shot that thing!
Oh my god, another one! For fuck's sake!
I've had enough.
Wow.
This is the response.
Yeah,
Over the
basically.
comms, you hear, "Hey, save one of those speeders for you to get home on."
Holy shit.
God damn, dude. 2 crits in a row. Oh my
You see,
god.
this is
The
this is
more
what
they
happened.
hurt Bullock, the stronger he becomes.
Yeah.
Right? Holy crap.
As-
I'm sorry, I need to look at Krendar's stream because
Oh my.
I need to see what the comments are.
Not as much as you'd think.
Nothing yet.
Oh man.
We've only got a couple of viewers right now as well, don't forget.
Oh my god. Well, okay, there's one more speeder down.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, no, dude
We've caught up
is
with the delay.
sitting there shooting freaking the Kybuck, and Bullock gets pissed as he hits the ground. He's got his gun clutched tight, and as he lands, he rolls into sniper position and freaking dunks it straight up the barrel.
Fucking 720 no scopio though.
Basically.
I think I've got that weird hyper-adrenaline mega focus going on right now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Also, just as a general tip, if you're trying to look at chat reactions to things, don't forget there's like a 10 to 15 second delay.
I am aware.
Okay, anyway, after that, I will roll over here to improve my cover against the remaining speeder.
Okay.
The map doesn't show it terribly well, but I'm basically going to be snuggled up against the stem north a little bit, closer to where Matthias is.
Yeah.
Are you still prone?
I'm rolling into cover next to him while bleeding on him. And I am...
Matthias is still on his Kybuck, so you rolled underneath it.
Sure, could be. And I'm popping my swift action for the round to second wind.
Okay.
Because I was down to 8 health.
Good call.
I do believe that requires a roll.
No, it does not.
No?
Nope, he will get, I'm going to say, 25% of his maximum health back.
Or my constitution score, whichever is higher, which it is at this point.
Oh, cool.
So I get 10 back.
Nice.
Instead of a quarter, which would have been 8.
Alrighty.
Also, it also requires that you be below half, which I definitely was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
I was 8 out of 32. I mean, I'm barely above half now after that, but that's my turn. Next.
That would be the Stormtroopers, wouldn't it?
Fuck that destiny point, I'm acting out of turn.
Okay.
Oh.
We are too close to these guys. Every single one of them's at maximum health. They will fucking murder us with these rolls.
I do believe that permanently moves you up the initiative list.
Yep. I'm just going to go ahead and mark that. Doop, 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 doop.
Alright, so Deckard goes first.
Alright. Move action.
That does mean that you need on your character sheet to remove that destiny point.
Yep. Down 1.
Alrighty. So you have spent your first destiny point. Fate itself weaves around you and you feel yourself moving faster.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's a big, panicky, trusty moment because get the hell out of this shit. Move action, draw the fucking yellow blade.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
Yep, just up from the fucking the concealed holster in his boot. And first stormtrooper right in front of him.
So Cizanil is on like front row seat to see that glow as it pulls up.
This little sliver of shiny metal just floats up into his hand.
I want to know, like, Do we all know what this is automatically?
Even if you don't know about the Force, everyone knows what a lightsaber is.
All of a sudden, the moment clicks like to adventure.
All right, so attack.
Seasonal just received a morale bonus.
Attack with a lightsaber.
Yeah, and I'm going to have a +1 miscellaneous modifier on the attack on account of a successful use of the freaking combat strike.
Don't forget the high ground. I don't know if that's a thing, actually.
I do not possess that talent. Is it rolling?
It should be. Give it a moment.
I see it's rolling.
Yeah, well, it does.
Piece of shit.
Right?
They're trying, okay? They're trying.
Come on, lightsaber.
I would see the text of the roll.
I think there might be a.
Oh, I can do it again.
Yep, one more time. And submit.
Yep.
There we go. Oh.
There, what the? Alright, so lightsaber attack on the stormtrooper.
Yep.
And that melee is exotic.
Yes, it is. It is very exotic. They've got a reflex defense of 16.
Fucking Christ!
The dramatic motive.
Fucking point. I cannot hit a goddamn thing in melee in this game.
Those
I know,
are
right?
Fast Stormtrooper 16. Wow.
I could spend a force point to augment that 11, but I'd need to roll a 5 to hit. Fuck it, do it anyways. Already wasted a destiny point on this fucking bullshit. Ugh.
That reminds me, question.
Ain't that a bitch?
So force point.
Yep. I hate this shit so much.
I know, right?
Well, total waste of the power, total waste of a force point, total waste of a destiny point. Everything basically failed. I don't know why I'm playing a Jedi. I can't hit anything outside of range. Alright.
That reminds me, I had a question about force points. How do they replenish exactly?
Every level.
Every time you
Every level.
Yeah, use them. Or
Is that the
use
only
them
time?
I'm gonna die.
No. I think this would be an appropriate time for me to Destiny Point too, because I'm not as good, but I want to be a threat. I'm trying to find where they are in the book. What page are they on?
What do you want to do?
I just wanted to make sure my uses were correct. On
What do you want to do?
I guess I'll want to take to strike with you, because heroes should not fight alone.
Alright, so Destiny points, the way that he used it is, if you spend the Destiny point, you can move yourself in the initiative list. So you can permanently move yourself up the initiative list.
Yeah, you can be basically in front of the Stormy Boys. We can bounce them down to the bottom of the niche.
Yep, I like that idea. Teamwork!
Alright.
Let me mark one off.
Alright, since you both are using Destiny, what I'm going to do as a GM is Destiny weaves itself around you both, and while Cizaniel is going to go after Deckard in the initiative list, if Cizaniel would like to do an aid another roll, I will add that on now.
I'd still miss.
Yeah.
You'd still miss?
I only get +2 to hit. I'm working with a 12 and going at 14. I'm about to fucking toss this goddamn character and just play a fucking shooter.
I don't blame you. It's okay, you can still be a shooter Jedi, it's fine.
No, literally, no, seriously, why even bother? I have, like, fucking nothing but melee augmentation on this character, and I cannot roll above a 10 to save my life.
Then you asked the GM nicely to respec, but not important. We will, I will just simply, shoot a bitch and then stow my, no, actually I want to keep it out. Shoot a bitch and stow the communications. That's what I want to do.
Do you want to shoot?
Yep. So we're going to shoot the one with the gun open to my north.
Okay.
Aren't you in hand-to-hand with them?
I mean,
You're in melee range of all these characters.
They're in melee range with me too.
Yeah.
I don't think
he's not in melee with them. They're in melee with him.
I mean, at this point, no one threatens, so I don't think there's any penalties per se. We're just right in each other's faces. Pew pew.
So pretty fucking sure there are strict rules against using your fucking guns in hand-to-hand combat. Because if that was the fucking case, those stormtroopers never would have had to fucking sidestep us in the fight the first time we engaged them.
Yeah.
I think there's a feat for that, isn't there?
You don't possess it.
No, he does not. Let's see.
No. I know there's a penalty of you provoke an attack of opportunity. I think that's what the penalty is.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, that actually sounds about right.
Let me look at firing. We'll look at double check at firing into melee. Firing in melee.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting or going into a melee.
There it is. Yeah, that's...
Now I'm gonna take 15 fucking minutes to look up a set of rules we fucking looked up for a session.
Because no one was stupid enough to go into it and do it again.
Didn't we learn our lesson last time?
No, apparently not.
Well, I didn't think that the dice would continue to fuck me my character's speciality while giving me nothing but glory with a fucking lead thrower. So... No, I'm fucking playing a guy who's supposed to be able to do this kind of shit.
Well, but let's be real, the dice are only giving one person glory this game.
Right
So
now.
far. Unfortunately, they've been giving that kind of glory against me as well.
They had to balance the scales.
Yeah.
So I found rules about firing into melee and penalties about range. I'm still looking over.
By the way, I like Toaster Lord's idea. Jedi shooter uses force powers to aim like 6 blasters at one target.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, I could have used that same ability to augment my melee attack to augment the ranged attack instead.
Yeah, but I just have this mental image of like 6 blaster rifles floating in the air under force move and all firing at the same time, synchronized.
That'd be kind of funny.
Oh, that was sick.
You could do like a mini Death Star thing where they all combine their beams into one big beam or something. Also, Kai says that somebody should roll to seduce the mushrooms.
I have more class than that. Thank you very much.
Maybe you should roll to resist being seduced by the mushrooms.
Well, that'll be a difficult roll.
That was our survival earlier.
Mushrooms are sexy. That's a difficult roll. Saute them up real tasty.
Let's see. Where the hell is it?
Shooting into melee, which is it's under page 161. If you use ranged weapon or throw a weapon at an opponent that is adjacent to one or more of your allies, keyword adjacent to an ally, there's a penalty of -5. This penalty accounts for the fact you're not trying to hit your allies.
Counts as cover, basically.
In attacks of opportunity of shooting a ranged weapon is strangely absent, which, I mean, that's just me being 3.5 trained. So actually distracts you.
It looks like it might fall under the point blank.
Are there rules for point blank?
Alright. Weapon ranges. A moment. Yeah, no, point blank is anywhere from 0 to however many squares, depending on the weapon.
We're not looking at point blank range. Guys, we already fucking established this. What are we doing?
Yeah, no, first session you can't really shoot in melee. Because
Go on.
I mean,
because of how close you are.
I'm willing to just make it a table rule that we treat it like Dawn of War games, where if you're engaged in melee, you can't do ranged attacks. But
yeah,
well, I mean
fair.
that's the understanding, especially when you've got rifles. I mean,
yeah. You want to club a motherfucker? There are rules for that. That's a D6 damage. Every one of these guys is armed with a melee weapon. They can hit you in the fucking face.
Yeah, you can hit somebody with it, but that's about it.
Taste the butt end.
See, at this point, my one option for melee is to drop my gun and use a stun baton.
I mean, I don't think you have to drop the gun. Just put it in your other hand.
I need a swift action to put it somewhere, and then I need to spend a move to pull out my melee weapon.
Yeah, just put your rifle in your left hand. Draw your stun baton with your right hand.
My left hand. Did I take the chance to stow the communication scanner yet?
No, you have not.
Exactly. So I have to drop my scan. So I have to get rid of the scanner or the gun.
If you were holding a rifle, then you would have already dropped the scanner.
No, it's a pistol.
Ah. All right.
So
you're dropping the scanner then, or the pistol, one or the other.
The scanner's in my offhand, and I don't want to take offhand penalties in the melee.
So you're going to drop your pistol to draw a stun baton.
I'm gonna have to. And then give him the good. What for? And since stun baton does more damage than non-stun mode, totally slapping that bitch on stun mode.
All right, so you pull stun baton.
I guess is it too late to declare a force point? So that's since I know what the roll looks like before declaring AC.
Who's wrestling with their microphone right now?
I don't know. I think it might be Ben.
It's his phone.
It might have been me. I'm done. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, I don't know what you were doing, but it was noisy.
I imagine it was. Sorry.
So yes, I'll force point that one.
You want to use a force point?
Absolutely.
All right.
I clicked the button. And there's a 19 total.
Alright.
So he takes 6 damage, plus a stun of...
2d6.
I was rolling that. Rolling the dice, it says.
Yeah.
That says a lot of things.
Yes, it does.
Sure. I should have clarified 7 damage.
That is reduced by half.
I think it probably doesn't threshold, I'm guessing.
No.
Absolutely not.
That's pretty low
damage.
Wow.
Honestly, it's hard to threshold people with 2d6.
So when he sees when Seisenel sees the lightsaber, he pauses for a moment, drops his pistol, and then grabs his baton and goes, "Huzzah!" and just bashes that guy right over the head with his fucking stun baton.
Which one do you hit?
The one to my north with the gun.
Okay, satellite guy.
The one next to him is of no threat.
Devices cover. Nope, absolutely not. Alright, that's your turn?
Yep.
Alright, Matt, Matthias.
No, it's stormtroopers.
That's right. We kind of knocked them all down to the bottom.
So I think at this point the remaining speeder bike is possibly a little bit scared of me.
Just a little nervous. Oh God. they take on my. I get a cover penalty and a fire into melee penalty if they try and shoot me.
It Deckard.
There it is. Alright, so all of these stormtroopers are basically in melee.
Yeah, no, they have been boxed in by a guy with a stun stick, guy flailing a lightsaber totally ineffectively while trying to control Kybuck.
Alright, so the stormtrooper on the console is still plucking away. He seems very nervous. And 1 tick on the timer.
Boop. Alright. The other 3.
And the one at the satellite is going to freaking smack the goddamn noble. Oh, right. He's going to dodge back into... Alright, he's gonna withdraw, because that is the actual name of the action.
Has he got a clear set of terrain he can withdraw through? He's got a whole 3 squares of movement on this map.
He ducks around and underneath the satellite.
But none of it's difficult terrain, essentially.
No.
Okay, so a clear line, go.
No, nowhere is difficult.
I assume I'm gonna have some form of cover here.
I'm gonna swing around on the other side of the console.
Yeah, no, I'd hope so. Between the stormtroopers and the structure around you.
Oh, look who's in clear line of sight to me and Matthias.
I know, right? Cool.
Matthias, get him.
No, why is he not?
Yeah, he's going to swing up there and duck underneath the satellite, and he's going to shoot the noble.
Am I in melee with both of them then? Oh, his friend has cover, so I'll let it slide as just cover because he doesn't have to worry about hitting his friend. I'm not going to be mean and sack that penalty on.
Yeah, that is a...
It's not going to be an easy hit for him regardless.
No, it's really not. And he's got a +3.
Alright. Ral, what's up, big cat?
Rolling dice. That's a 14.
No.
Your defense is better than that?
18 normally.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah!
Goodness.
Wait, sorry.
High five.
No, sorry. I need to correct that. It's 17 normally.
Alright.
I forgot to swap that when night ended.
Alright, so that guy's on the console. Oh.
Those two shoulder to shoulder with the Jedi right next to him.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I have to ask, that guy, is he taking an action while in melee that leaves him unable to defend himself properly? Because if that's an action, I get an attack of opportunity.
With what?
My stun baton.
As he withdrew?
No,
not the
not doing the computer action. But that guy, I don't know. And the squares
Up
are
to
weird.
you.
Attack of opportunity is when someone moves out of melee.
Or use any skill that distracts you or forces you to drop your guard. GM determination, so you do have full say on this.
You're not close enough to him.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Carry on. Sorry.
He is literally a square away.
That's what I originally thought.
Technically 2 squares, remember.
You know, depending on how we're... It's getting a little muddy.
Yep.
The squares are acting blurry, so I wanted to check.
Put them in the house and they have gas on them.
These are the guys are in... What's up?
Put them in the house?
Let's fucking ignore him.
Alright, these guys are in melee with a Jedi, and they do not want to be. 1, 2, 3.
That's a withdrawal, right? As far as he's going to get.
Yeah, that is a withdrawal.
Now, after that first move, is he in melee reach of fucking Susan L there when he withdraws?
With how close Susanil was to the original Stormtrooper in melee with that, there is 1 space difference.
Yes, there would be.
Is within an attack because he's within Susan L's reach when he moves from his second square. He'd have to be.
Yeah, he'd have to be.
Alright, so that guy you get an attack of opportunity against. I don't, but Sue does.
Yep, Susan L does.
Sweet.
Hey, Ben, can you mute your phone?
I'm
making
sorry.
noise. For glory! I'll probably miss. Definitely missed.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that is a miss. So Stormtrooper dodged.
Yep. Alright, so still Stormtrooper's turn. He made his withdrawal action.
Made his withdrawal action, and he's going to shoot at the Jedi.
Absolutely. Remember, he's got a -5 to his attack roll because I'm still choking his other buddy with my presence.
So that means he's got a -2.
Yep.
Because, yeah, they don't have that feat, do they?
I thought it was 5.
Well, is it a +3 normally, so -2 in grand total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't have the shoot into melee.
Yeah, they're not that cool.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Only I am that cool.
Oh, thank God.
13.
13's not going to hit.
Nope, it's not.
Alright, and the other one.
And the other one, he does not like to be in melee either.
Oh, he is backed into a corner.
He is.
A withdraw action for him won't even remove him from my attack of opportunity reach.
Nope.
Because he'd need to get through 2 squares given how he's pinned.
He does not want to be in melee.
I like how the stormtroopers are all like, oh shit, the Duros Noble, scatter.
That's right, Jesus Christ.
So I don't know to withdraw, so he'd probably end up having to do a melee attack against not Jedi.
Or he can just run and take the AOO.
Take the
Yeah, there's literally no reason for him to do that. He'd have to run past both of us.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's gonna have to do the melee.
Yep.
And that is...
The guy I fucking tried to hit anyways.
And that's like an attack of... A base attack of...
I got
a base
you.
attack of 3.
We'll just actually... That right there, unarmed +4.
Ah, there it is. Oh.
He'll do more damage than that, though.
Yeah. And he misses.
13's not gonna do shit for him.
Nope. I mean, you may not be able to hit them, but they can't hit you back.
Right? One shot zips by, and then Club's like, oh! Sidestep.
Alright, that is
That's the story, boys.
all the story wise. Which makes it top of the round at Matthias.
Yay. Well, there's still a speeder bike, right? So
Yeah.
There is.
And it's got all sorts of freaking obstructing terrain between you and it.
okay. Well, is there some cover I could move to that gives me a shot against it?
No. It's too far. There's a stormtrooper in out in the open compared to you, though.
I know, there's a guy in the crosswalk.
Right there, yeah.
I mean, you're technically behind the mushroom, so... I mean,
Nah, if you're behind the mushroom, you shoot from cover.
Yeah.
That's not gonna count against you.
technically...
He might have to
if you're
move.
trying against that guy, he does have freaking cover helping him.
Yeah, because the mushrooms. But if you shoot the guy at the satellite.
He went out of the frying pan and into the fire.
So I could shoot the guy at the satellite, or I could move out of cover to engage the speeder bike.
Yes.
You can technically engage the speeder bike right now, it's just that it also has cover.
So if I were to use my swift action to aim, it would negate his cover bonus, and I could just shoot
Two
at him?
swifts.
Yeah,
Swift
he's right there and aim, he's got no cover.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm just going to do that, because they're the greatest threat here, and I'd like them to not be around anymore.
Absolutely.
Sure. Go ahead.
It is fun.
Nice.
Well, hits.
Definitely hits.
That
That's-
hits.
Damage then.
So he is down to
29.
29.
Remember, you can mark that on these
Wait,
guys.
is it 11 damage or is it 22 damage?
That's
11.
11 damage.
Not nat 20.
Oh, it's not a nat 20? Oh, okay, my
Yeah.
No, it's 20 after all modifiers.
bad. Okay, well, hey, I damaged him.
Oh yeah, he is not a happy punk camper right now. I
Yeah.
imagine none of them are really.
No. Well, I mean, the two that are dead are dead, so that doesn't matter.
Alright, so him,
The speeder.
Mr. Speeder Boy, what you gonna do?
Strafe. Pew 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 pew.
Oh, he's gonna take a slow move, okay. Gonna shoot back at Matthias. Oh fuck, I would not shoot a bolt if I was
Yeah, no.
That only makes
plus
it more
5 reflex
powerful.
defense for the cover, and then a plus 5 reflex defense for being prone.
Alright, so yeah, no, it's gonna be at Matthias.
Roll a 19.
Roll a 19.
He's a natural 19 or a natural 20 to hit this guy right now.
Oh. Come on, roll 20. That's an 8.
Oh hell no.
Oh my god, that is
That
terrible.
shit hits the big tree in the middle.
Yeah, right? Or the water just gonna.
big energy bolts all the same.
Yeah,
Very screamy sounds.
yeah.
Alright. Bullet.
Yeah.
He's still off kilter from just being shot.
I need to pee badly. Bullet, take your turn, and then afterwards I need to use the little girl's room.
Alright, well, we'll just call a break in general when that happens. Okay, I believe I've... Actually, is he specifically taking cover at the mushroom there, or did he, like, park himself behind the stem or anything, or...
Looks like, yeah.
Alright. Well, I do believe taking the aim action disregards cover, doesn't it?
Fuck yes.
And I've already done the moving I needed to do, so fuck it.
And
I aim down the scope, pick my moment, and shoot that bastard.
alright, shoot him.
Blarp.
Get in his speeder bike.
Come on, roll 20. You can do it. You can do it, buddy. There we go.
Ooh, nice.
20 this time, but Jesus.
Not a crit, but I still pegged him.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Technically an 18 since I'm at -1, but whatever, still hits.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Oh.
18 and 18.
No, the 18 already includes your -1.
Hold, so he
Oh, it
goes
does. You're
down.
right. I forgot that the programming does that.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so there's 11 hit points.
Yeah, that is 11, and he goes down the threshold of the
Yep.
condition track by 1. I'll need to remember that.
How does he like it, huh?
Right.
He's at 11 HP now, isn't he?
That's correct.
Yes.
Now the aim takes 2 swift actions up, right?
Yes.
That's correct. You can sacrifice a move in order to aim.
Yeah.
So I don't have a swift action to spare this turn then. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Done. And we'll go on break. Everybody, go
Well, yeah.
PP.
Back to Deckard and see if he can hit something in melee sometime this campaign.
Natural 20. Make it happen.
We'll
I
open
believe
up a
in
can of
you.
Mountain Dew and sacrifice to the dice gods.
Be right back, everybody.
All right. Good fun. After these messages, we'll be right back. Are you tired of your lightsaber underperforming? I'll be right back.
Oh.
Like, no, it's not thrown away. It's okay, cool. So I should be watching all any. Yeah. 13, 14, 5, can't roll belly with my fucking obligation. Theory. The only way force, because basically it's a double act, still only during my fucking.
And back.
Alright, and we are here.
Welcome back.
Oh, we use a sponsored message. Cute commercial jingle.
Huh.
Have you heard of Raid Shadow Legends? Would you like to play Raid Shadow Legends? Raid Shadow Legends.
Hey. They're not paying me. Don't advertise for them. I think it's funny because they put out a statement at one point saying that they're not paying anybody to advertise for them. And I'm like, bullshit. The number of YouTubers pumping out Shadow Raid Legends ads, there's no way you're not paying them to do it.
Who is missing? Is that Mr. Volt?
It's seasonal.
Oh, I'm calling him Bolt.
What? Oh, yeah, Mr. Volt. Yeah, that's fine too.
I mean, that's his last name.
Yeah.
Your family made all its wealth off of my family's blood, Beltaloda.
Yep.
Indian slang with English mixed in. Such an effective language.
Alright, Raid Shadow Legends, you can have your ad on my channel when you start paying me to advertise to my 3 viewers.
Right.
Believe me, they want to reach those viewers.
These are 3 prime viewers, you really want them.
Aww.
Kitty cat, purr loudly. Sing our audience the song of your people.
Oh, there we go.
Hooray, kitties.
It's funny too, though, because I know one of the people that's been advertising for them, so I can ask them if they got paid or not. But I'm pretty sure they have been. I think we've all seen enough of those ads to know.
It's just sponsored content. It's the difference.
Uh-huh. Right.
Cheese purrs.
Not loud enough.
Well, I'm hoping this week I'll be able to finish up that Neo game because I am really eager to get onto the new Ori.
Is that finally released?
Yeah, it came out a couple days ago.
Nice.
So I gotta finish up what I'm playing now so I can get the hell on that, because goddamn, the first Ori was amazing.
It looked a little rage-inducing though at certain points.
Some parts were pretty difficult, but holy shit, the game is beautiful. The gameplay is so much fun. The story is
It's absolutely gorgeous, and the music.
Excellent.
And it's a Metroidvania, so if that's your thing, it's a damn fine game.
Oh, you have no idea how much that's my thing.
Yeah.
There are not enough Metroidvanias in existence for me to play.
I hear that, brother. I hear that.
Although I found one that took me by surprise recently. Sorry, Ben, what?
Oh, what I was going to say, what's your completion percentage on Symphony of the Night?
Like over 200%, because the game is weird that way.
That's number.
Yeah, I must say. No, unfortunately, mine was like 197% because I could not figure out a way to hit those last couple of map squares.
Yeah, a couple of the map squares are a bit of a bitch.
Yeah, it's super hard.
What's the maximum possible? Like 206% or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Something around that number.
I think that's exactly the number. I'd say we could begin without him, but it's my turn, and then it's his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what? Where's a mouse? Let me try some.
It's okay, we'll give it a minute.
Mousy boy. What if we did that?
Okay. Try that.
On my turn.
Yeah, it might help because I am DM.
He's trying to just be super fucking stitious about it.
Alright.
Doesn't accomplish anything but to make me feel better if I roll and then blame you for things that are totally out of your control. Yeah.
Yes, because a 5.9% APR is really good.
I wasn't talking about APRs, but if you want a 4% APR, can get you one.
I'm sorry. I'm being offered a credit card from my bank.
Tell them to eat the biggest penis in the world, and if they succeed and show you video evidence, you will buy 2 of it.
To be entirely fair, though, it is a fixed for life 5.99% APR.
I am back. Sorry about that.
Hey!
I was going getting food, and that's when the body hit.
That's on the what?
The volume.
Body hit. The bioreactor.
Nah.
Alright. Let's do this shit.
Alright, so...
Back to the fight. Back to the action. Back to the show.
Back to the show.
Okay, we're back to the show. Excellent.
Welcome back. Time for more killings.
Oh, yeah, we'll fucking see.
Right?
Alright,
Alright,
Mr. Cowell, how many swings of a lightsaber does it take to pop a stormtrooper's helmet off? 1, 2, and boom.
Oh,
there you go, buddy.
That's a great. Knew it.
Well, sir,
hold on.
I will thank you and thank myself, and the GM doesn't get to roll under her fucking name anymore.
That is absolutely a nat 20.
Mr. Deckard, what was that we were saying about your ability to hit?
It was
You're welcome.
rolling under me, not him.
I had
And
to
oh my
ignore
God, that freaking stormtroopers have 10 health.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Like not fucking 20.
I think.
I have an awesome action.
Lightsaber on top of a Kybuck. This dude's head is in the air.
So no,
Mhm.
before it lands, I would like to take my turn but I have one simple question. So, or two questions in the chain.
Okay.
One. So this stormtrooper next to me has a blaster rifle near him, right?
Hold on, Serana. Give me a moment.
I think I know what happened, Deckard. You didn't miss last turn. You were maneuvering him with a feint, and now he's in his right position.
I'll take that. I like that it's a red X and there's like the angel wings with the halo and then just
Yeah. The head symbol represents the fact that his head came off.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, but that's how I'm gonna fucking do it. It's just once that guy is backed up to that corner, Deckard just wide sweeps with the right hand and takes him from the fucking shoulders up.
The head symbol is not a status element. It's just his actual head seen on the ground.
Destiny took a moment. It was like, hey, hold on, wait a moment.
I had to make my own luck.
Right. Okay, so what was Saronic asking?
Two questions. First, this the stormtrooper at the console has his weapon sitting nearby, right? Unintended because his hands are busy on the computer.
I mean, yeah,
His weapon would be holstered.
a rifle holstered.
All right, fair enough.
That's gonna be right there on the console.
Yeah, no, it's
So
nearby.
now, if I were to say dismount, would I be able to dismount close enough to pick up the weapon, or would it take a move action? Because I'm pretty close, but I'm not adjacent to him.
I mean, if you dismounted directly onto the console, but it's a move action to dismount and a move action to pick the weapon up.
So I'm going to attempt a fast dismount. If I fail, I must take a move action. So there's really no penalty for failure.
All right.
So
All right, go ahead.
Do it. Fucking leaps off the Kybuck, hits the goddamn console, rolls off of it with the gun.
yeah, I mean that's what's going to happen. It's whether or not I have an action left afterwards. 23!
God
Beat the DC
damn.
20. So literally drop my pistol and the creature's gonna stand there, grab the gun as I come off the Kybuck, do a barrel roll, put the gun straight to the back of his head, and I'm gonna tell him, put your hands up or it's coming off like your buddies.
Persuasion check?
To intimidate him.
Actually, I think intimidation is not persuasion.
The only reference
Intimidation is absolutely persuasion.
Oh, right, it is, because
They rolled that stuff into a single skill.
I was thinking perception, never mind. Yes. Persuasion if you want to intimidate.
Persuade.
only a 10. So do I get a bonus for the fact that there's a lightsaber nearby is the only question. I rolled a 2.
A lightsaber and a cauterized head.
Well, they've got a will save of 10.
Gotta be that hit. The guy probably just stops and sits there like mother.
Alright.
And while that's happening, I'm going to peer around what he's doing, but my turn's over.
Alright, so...
Okay, well, hang on.
I see.
His turn's over. We'll do the result of that in a moment.
Swift
Stormy
move
boys.
standard.
So...
Just do what you gotta do. I'll look it up.
So they have tacitly been offered surrender.
One has been.
One has been.
Alright, so it is their turn. What are the two who aren't being held up at gunpoint doing?
Well, the one that's that ran away from Deckard is absolutely going to shoot him.
Oh, yeah, I'd hope so. Situation. Intimidate situation. And then actually, here's the thing: intimidate is a full round action.
So I don't get to do that. So
that being said, next round, or actually, no, it's like whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be my. And so I'm attempting to, but I don't have time.
All right, so yeah, fair enough.
All right, so
but he knows I'm not going to shoot him yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So shooting at Deckard.
Yep, shooting at Deckard.
That will make my day.
Make your day. Boop, boop. All right, let's actually roll as GM.
Yep.
For this.
It'll help differentiate for the crowd as well, I think.
Absolutely.
Two.
That's a 15.
That is no. He kind of pulls back on the Kybuck to have that bolt shoot in front of him.
Right.
So that's the second time he's been shot at, and neither time has he moved his lightsaber to defend himself.
The Northern Stormtrooper. He was shot, wasn't he?
He was shot at? I don't think he was hit. No, she wasn't shot at.
No.
The Northern one, no. The shots went to the
speeder bike, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, Northern Stormtrooper's going to shoot at the noble, and he's
minus 10.
Minus 10.
Melee range with the friendly Stormtrooper is minus 5.
Yeah.
But Susanelle also has plus 5 for having fucking solid cover against that Stormtrooper.
So that's not actually minus 10.
Deckard would be a much better shot, to be honest with you.
He'd still have to shoot through his friend for a Deckard.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that Deckard's not... I need to fucking look that rule up. I'm pretty sure it doesn't count unless you're fucking right in front of them. But that also doesn't make any sense, so moving.
The rule is in melee?
Nah, it's something else. Like, actually drawing line of sight through someone to someone else will give certain bonuses and benefits. But it's so fucking nebulous because of how much intertwining there is with certain rules.
I would assume that that's 2 sets of cover, but cover doesn't really stack like that, but...
No, it's...
And he should have absolute line of sight on Deckard.
Oh yeah, it should be fine.
Alright. See if that... No.
Now what? the sheer audacity of the Derosian noble has him kind of terrified.
No. No, it's the Jedi in the presence. It's a lightsaber.
That's a brave man wandering out into the field of burning wreckage like that.
He goes like, "Fuck the hell out of this!"
Yeah, basically.
Right now, my character is currently standing alone on the pure audacity.
All right, so
top round,
Matthias.
Okay, I'm just gonna do the same thing as last time and try to finish off that fucking speeder.
Aim down shafts. You got aim down shafts.
Natural 20. Natural 20. I would be too much to ask for, but I don't expect it. But it'd be nice.
Oh, at this point, we got like 3 natural 20s on the friendly side, so...
That looks like a 5.
Oh.
That guy's taking some good cover. He is not going to go down like a bitch.
Alright, so after Matthias is the speeder.
What's the speeder doing?
Oh boy, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Oh god damn, that's a good move.
It is, isn't it? Hi, Deckard. That is a plus.
Alright, fine, Speeder. You may live another round.
Hi, Deckard.
No.
Fucking... I rolled his moves.
And Deckard does that thing in the movies where he just leans slightly to the side and the cannon fire goes by.
On his Kybuck, he should be well above this shit.
I rolled as you.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It's 11 plus 4, but let's make sure that doesn't hit me because I don't think my reflex is super high. I've just got really good fortitude.
I thought it was a 17 or 18.
Oh, never mind. 17 hit me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. He is shooting at the freaking not Jedi.
Yeah.
And not doing very well.
I mean, you got close. It's not exactly an inaccurate attack.
No.
Decker's gonna fucking flinch away from that, like, oh boy.
Yeah, no, Deckard is under fire. Alright, so it's Vola's turn.
Now,
alright.
Do me a favor,
what?
GM, Volk, whoever, draw a line of sight to that speeder right quick. So if it goes straight through the middle of that mushroom, that fucker just disappeared from them. Not the Deckard. Fuck Deckard. I'm talking over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he is completely obstructed by the center of that.
That's why I said a minute ago.
Yeah.
Connor, that's why I said a minute ago, okay, fine, Speeder, and you can live another turn. However, yes,
is it
this.
that bad? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Also, to
You
reference
get
something else I said last turn, this stormtrooper is a very brave man to wander out into this field of burning wreckage.
Right.
Especially now that his friend is ducked over, and now he's the best target for me. So,
Right.
But he's terrified of a He's terrified of a Derosian noble. Okay.
and that's why he's gonna get a bastard bolt in the side of the head.
All right, shoot him.
Got like 2 hit points.
Catches it right to the side of the dome.
Oh my lord!
He's paying too much attention to Seasonale, then just suddenly he gets dropped.
He's like a blaster bolt explode on one side of the head, so the gaseous fumes come out the other.
That's
cratered left, hole in the right.
That's 3 crits in one battle.
Jesus Christ, Sniper Man.
Actually, I should point out that my last attack was 1 point away from this having been 4 crits in a row.
You hit the grenade pack on his back.
Oh dear.
No, you don't. You declared that he's going for that headshot.
All right. Oh, fair enough.
Straight into the skull.
Still, Jesus Christ.
I think the bolt went right into what would have been an ear hole, if it had any.
Created one. Jesus Christ.
Right in the eardrum.
Deckard.
It is now Deckard's turn.
Oh, also, real quick, I'm going to spend one of the 3 swift actions I need to get rid of this condition. I'm saving
Makes
up.
sense, yeah.
Sure.
Actually, I guess I could do 2. I could do 2, because I'm not moving. Next.
Yeah, you didn't need to aim at that guy to deny and cover, so...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
Deckard's turn. Well then, with all of the freaking might of the Force available to me...
Yeah.
Well, let's fucking complete the whole damn thing. Nope, I am not moving to him. Not moving to either of those 2.
Oh.
First thing is an attack against the guy on the right. He should be within 12 squares, correct?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure my math is good. It's going to be 4 multiplied.
My 2 is 8.
8. Alright. Well, let's see what this pollution trick I just learned can do for me.
Oh my god, you're gonna do Force Blast.
Yep.
Alright, so let me pull that back up.
I know, with this free hand, he's just going to hold it up and clench, and then just the short whirlwind around him, kicking up dust and spare fungus and stormtrooper blood into this compressed orb, and fire it at that guy like we got fired at during the pollution fight.
I actually have to pull
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed, yeah.
He uses Force Clench.
Basically.
See, Force Blast, here it is.
Yep.
So when you do a use the Force check, DC.
Yep, I hit the guy, and I also need to have at least a base of 15 on the roll.
Well, I think the cat's officially out of the bag now, boys.
Oh, yeah, no.
Between that and the lightsaber.
Like you said before he hit that lightsaber, I'm going to have some explaining to do tonight.
Okay, so you do the use the Force check and compare to reflex defense.
Yep. And then if I hit, compare to the chart. Much like a couple of the other ones.
Alright, please. It's yours.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fuck it.
I think Deckard is a guest star, and I Love Lucy now, because he's got some splaining to do.
Really? Oh, does it stand to be the one rolling?
Yes, it does.
Doop, 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 doop.
You have to do some...
Yep.
Okay.
Bringing up that forward roll.
Yep,
So
yep.
let's see come. Kingfisher 9,000!
Come on.
Oh! It diffuses before he even gets to the guy. And I was just covered in dirt.
Well, this is the first time he's used it.
Yeah, it's like, I need to practice that. And then, movement.
Alright.
Son of a gun.
Yeah,
Please take care of it. I cannot control the mouse like this.
yeah, no, it's a pain in the ass.
Left, left.
Left, left.
Up.
Up.
Up. Up. And up. Go ahead. Dash at my boy, Speeder Boy. No, he's just with the lightsaber in hand as he's flying in towards us. Like,
Oh shit!
So what? You started flying?
No, he's still on the Kybuck.
Oh, that's right.
You never dismounted.
Deckard, you do realize you're going full Rise of the Skywalker on this guy now.
I didn't watch that movie, and I will not give Disney any of my fucking money over the fucking abomination they've turned Star Wars into.
Let's just say there's a scene where this
had to invalidate literally the previous 6 fucking movies.
There's a scene where Rey does this to a fucking TIE fighter.
I saw that on the commercials.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. And then I watched The Mandalorian, which was actually even more ridiculous at the end, so I couldn't be pissed off at Rey for that move.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Jedi being ridiculous. It's their job.
A little bit. Alright, so that's Deckard's move.
That is Deckard's move. That is Deckard's shot, and a swift fucking action.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Alright, so it's Cisenia.
So now I roll Intimidate.
You gotta roll Intimidate, or you can turn around and shoot the guy who has a gun.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell them both to drop their weapons.
You can intimidate one person as a full round action in combat.
Well, I'll intimidate the guy in front of me for now.
Alright.
Alright.
Well, for what it's worth, his will fucking defense is actually lower than normal because he has been disarmed and is in fact completely vulnerable to you if you choose to attack him.
I take a 1 in pass because I get +8 on that.
Yeah, actually, you literally cannot fail. Natural one doesn't combat him, you roll the natural.
It's like, stop what the fuck you're doing, or you get shot. Or if you're like, and then I repeat, or if your friend shoots at me, you get it too. So I let his buddy hear that threat. No, he's not intimidated yet, but stop what he's doing. Get the fuck, put your hands up and get up.
Stormtrooper that freaking home slice is intimidating. How's that go down? What's he do?
Well, yeah, no, this, he puts his hands up, he stops doing what he's doing, but he's on his knees, so it's not so easy for him to move around.
I am very patient at the moment, but,
And Stormy Boys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of them is intimidated.
Yeah, well,
so.
one of them is just complying because he believes that he's actually going to die if he doesn't.
Well, I'm sorry, he believes it? I'm sorry, it's not a bluff, I promise. What does his friend do?
You get a gun to the head.
He does the same thing to you that you're doing to that guy. It's just like, how about you drop it before you die, alien scum?
You drop it. No, you drop it.
Let's put in the Stormtrooper's ability to persuade.
Quick, Deckard, get in there behind him. We need to daisy chain this some more.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. So what's his charisma? Straight roll.
Alright. That's gonna be a
straight roll against whatever the hell the nobleman's willpower is.
Only a 15. Hey, response!
Lord.
See that guy by the mushroom there? Both of them?
Don't hurt my friend. I swear I'll shoot you. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I just kind of say, look at that smoldering heap over there. What do you think? You want to see your head look like that?
Actually, you know what? The thought occurs to me. It's too bad Matthias isn't over there, because then we could go full Reservoir Dogs on this.
All right.
So I think that's the end of the turn.
Crazy social engagement over there. People swearing and threatening to kill other people. While the one dude on his knees is just like, how about you guys kill each other so I can finish my job?
Coming around with Matthias.
So what the fuck? Are you really trying to negotiate with fucking stormtroopers?
No, I'm taking prisoners. Actually, not really prisoners so much as stopping what he's doing.
Okay. So I'm just gonna shoot the guy on the bike again.
Well, You'll have to.
You don't have line of sight. You're gonna have to move.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll move however I gotta move.
Up, I'd say directly up. 6 squares, he's still on his Kybuck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah. Now he's got clean line of sight.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Get him.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh.
Amazing.
Oh!
13
Kill
damage.
shot!
That's 40 to hits.
Well, that guy falls off the bike dead.
Nice.
Is his bike
Yeah,
dead?
that's your bike.
No.
But the bike is still going to hit the ground, so I don't imagine it's in the best of conditions.
Yeah, no, it's not in the best of conditions.
Plus, these attacks, this 40 hit point, 16 threshold stuff is because of the bike. So we're not shooting at 40 HP stormtroopers here. They're not as tough as our guys are. That has a lot to do with the vehicle.
Yeah, the vehicle needs
There's
some
one thing
repairs.
I've learned about Star Wars is that if I spend six minutes with a welder on anything, it'll fly again.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize this was Far Cry Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Far Wars, yes.
All right. Well,
So-
That needs to be a thing now.
highest. Speeders are gone. Bullet.
Pull up.
All right. How much console is over there? Does that count as cover to me?
Yes.
Yep, that is all cover.
Is that the kind of cover that I can remove with an aim?
Yes.
I mean, if you were aiming at the noble.
Well, I mean, even the stormtrooper to the left of the noble will count for that. A good aim is a good aim.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, I was going to shoot the guy that's threatening the noble with a gun, actually.
That you're not going to be able to do because in order to aim past a friend in a circumstance like that, you need the sniper talent. Or sniper feat, I should say. Like, that goes beyond shooting into melee because you're drawing that direct line.
All right.
The nobleman is actually cover for the stormtrooper.
Guy in front, then.
The guy I'm promising not to kill.
Yes, I didn't make any promises, although I did miss.
Right? That cover still works, but that console just got shot to shit.
Yep, the console got shot up.
Oh, well. I had to miss eventually.
Right? Right?
Well, I mean, you got 3 nat 20s, so.
Yeah, I can't complain. And that's it. Done.
That's
Okay.
it. So let's draw a line. Where's the mouse?
I've got it. Okay. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yep.
So that stormtrooper is holding my intrepid gray-skinned companion in the same general posture as the intrepid gray-skinned companion is holding the subby frickin' stormtrooper on his knees over there. He's gonna get the next swing of the blade.
Have at it.
You have fucked up, sir.
Womp. Is it rolling?
It should be.
Oh, I really do not swing well on the same round that I move. Maybe that's the trick.
He's also kind of distracted with a gun to the noble's head.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean his reflex defense suddenly turns to 10.
Yeah, but that means he's no longer threatening me. So
Go for the head again. He's like, nope.
what's his will defense right now?
It's will defense?
His will defense is his will defense. It doesn't change the situation.
It's
So
10
it's
now.
10. So I'm just gonna intimidate him. You should probably surrender yourself before you end up losing your life like your friends.
Points to severed head over there.
Severed head, severed. Yeah, I'm doing an intimidate again.
Oh my goodness.
Any bonuses or penalties?
Just normal shit.
Roll it.
12.
Ooh, let's go take a look at the skill right quick.
Yeah.
That's fair. I actually haven't looked at this too. I just know you intimidate with it. I haven't looked at the effects.
No,
I know. I was going to see if I could find a page.
it's so much easier if
Mhm.
you just
Oh.
fucking memorize shit.
Trying to.
Okay, so as a forward action, you can make a persuasion check to force a single creature with intelligence 1 or higher to back down from a confrontation, or several other things, or flee from you for a short time.
Well, he's clearly outnumbered or disadvantaged at this point.
It's +0.
Yep.
Equal or exceed the target's will defense for the intimidation attempt to succeed. You can't force a target to obey your every command or do something that endangers its life or the lives of its allies.
Oh, by the way, there's a modifier to this. It should have been -10 for every roll you've made so far.
Which one?
All of them for the intimidation. That's a 2.
What's the modifier?
The modifier is that the thing is hostile to you. It's right there in the whole fucking change attitude. A whole damn thing. It's like, no. I don't think in combat just being able to go, hey, don't do what you're fucking doing is going to work like that.
Okay. There is a noble talent that works somewhere along that lines, but that's a talent I don't have.
Yep, the other guy was at a fucking a huge disadvantage for this stuff. He don't give a shit. You're with the gun is still in the fight. He's like, the fuck you talking about? I just dodged a lightsaber and I got a gun against your head. Speaking of which, it's Stormy Boy's turn. Kill him dead. What's he gonna do? He's basically at this point got a dude right here, and he's sandwiched between them.
I know. If he moves, he takes attacks of opportunity. At least one.
Yeah, he's kind of in that corner there. I'm a large creature right now because stompy feet.
Mm-hmm.
The penalty to hostile is part of change attitude.
Fair enough.
But
I guess we need to fucking look into that, because if that's how that works, then you'd never need to fucking fight. You just need to do full round actions using a character with persuasion.
which, I mean, to make that a limitation, absolutely. If evenly matched, you're at a -5. So this is a case of we do have him outnumbered. So
outnumbered, outmatched, and all that good shit, but still.
Yeah. I mean, GM discretion is absolutely involved here, so you still have a right to apply that if he feels perfectly reasonable. But technically, hostility isn't a factor. There's a penalty. Succeed or fail. Creatures, if you successfully intimidate, they become one more step more hostile toward me as soon as I'm no longer an imminent threat. So,
okay,
that's the penalty.
All right. So, oh my goodness. So what ends up happening is, dude, he drops his weapon, starts raising his hands up, gets about shoulder height with his hands, and immediately with the right hand swings it down back to his back, pulls out a grenade, pulls the pin, and goes for the Emperor, and drops it at his feet.
Oh, the Emperor! Oh, wait, wrong universe, sorry.
Oh!
He just straight up imp guarded our ass.
I'm not even mad. I am furious, but I can't be mad at him for trying.
A grenade detonates right in his square.
Yep, that is a 2-square burst.
So that's gonna be all of us, including his buddy on his knee.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's a merciful thing. He will not allow a fellow stormtrooper to be captured by such ignoble beasts.
So that is a 4d6 for damage.
There's no reflex defense against this, I believe.
No, this is a blast attack, dude.
I have no idea how it works. That's why I'm asking.
Well, take it as GM fiat then.
This is a frag grenade, so I mean.
He targeted his own square with it. That's all that you need to know.
That's what I was worried about.
Fuck the shot, it would have deviated. But since he's just dropping it at his feet, that's it.
Yeah, because it's not really an attack roll. You guys are within square. I might allow for an attempt at dodging, or
We don't have reflex defense. So we don't do the crazy scout shit.
So,
Hello.
46. That is 11.
11 to all of us! Yay!
Yeah, both the stormtroopers die because they have 10 health.
The Kybuck.
The Kybuck has 7 health.
So it dies.
So it dies.
So, actually,
gets lobbed from the goddamn beach.
Where did my Kybuck that I dismounted go?
Yeah, your Kybuck,
Probably
This
back
Kybuck
off
was right
just a
there.
little.
his Kybuck was right there, so both of the Kybucks are dead.
God, fucking asshole!
No! I will save my Kybuck on my turn.
Well, I think that ends the encounter. He just killed himself, his friend, did 11 damage to both of us, and killed our Kybucks.
So, I'm going to,
Yeah. What's the state of the console and the satellite dish? Because they're in that blast range, too. And it just got shot up from one end.
I mean, it's full of holes.
So right now, Matthias is the only one that's both unharmed and actually still has a Kybuck.
Yes.
He's probably also the person who's still standing right now.
Also, I said he is unharmed, and
very comfortably on my Kybuck.
Okay.
Thank you.
whereas the rest of us are forcibly dismounted and shredded up.
now, I was not forcibly dismounted. I dismounted of my own will, thank you very much.
Yeah, but it's forcibly been permanent now.
No, I can still first aid to revivify.
That doesn't mean he's rideable.
Yes, but it's a thought that counts.
I'm sure he'll appreciate it, though.
Well,
Or action, revive a creature that's just died.
Actually, by the way, just for flavor, I'm curious
No,
how
I
this
can't.
game. I don't know
Just
if it's
for
this
flavor,
edition.
Requires a medical kit.
stop. Krendar first, please. What's up?
I don't know if it's this edition of Star Wars or not, but I know there's one version of Star Wars where your hit points are technically your dodging stamina and not your health.
That was the previous edition.
That's not this one? Okay.
No, because if it was that one, we would actually 2 different hit point pools.
Well, I thought it used like Constitution score as your actual health or something like
No,
that.
Constitution
It does,
score is
but-
your negative.
No,
Okay.
Again, different edition. It has nothing to do with negative. Star Wars has never used negative rules.
Okay,
Previous
I was curious
edition,
about that.
When you rolled your hit die, if you will, that went to, I think it was called stamina. And then your wounds were based entirely on your Constitution score, but it was not a direct attack against Constitution.
So we are all bleeding and filthy right now.
Oh, yeah, but we're all
Well,
banged up pretty bad.
The 3 of us, I mean. Matthias is immaculate over there.
So yeah, no, the guy goes for surrender. Deckard's just kind of holding his saber there, and then he goes, click, grenade, forward empire! It's just wide eyes behind the helmet, and then, 2 seconds later, he's flying through the air, hitting the ground. Fucking lightsaber all deactivated and thrown from his hands, and as things settle down, he just lays there and is like, I need a different career path.
So, after I pick myself up and realize I can't save the Kybuck. No! Faithful Mount! You are too great for this! I'm sorry!
Kind of sitting on his ass, check his shoulders, rotate, move, neck. Kind of look through 11 hit points of damage against 40. He's not under half health, so for the most part, the armor's really shredded and he's banged up, but he's still okay.
Meanwhile,
Crawl to his feet, fucking force fucking just minor move object the lightsaber, and then put it back in the boot holster.
the scout is limping over to you guys and calling out for a medic before noticing how bad condition you guys are also in too.
So, after a moment, I'll go and look at what the Stormtrooper was doing, what his countdown was, and see if it's something I can stop.
Is there anything there for us to observe? That thing just got grenaded after being shot by the blaster bolt that did enough damage to go through any of us. Any of them.
You could tell that they were trying to establish a connection. But,
maybe it's already been stopped.
Has been forcibly stopped. Fantastic! Alright, everyone, gather around. We need to gather. He pulls out like 3 med packs. Pulls out a 4th one, sets it down.
Well, they have multiple uses each, don't they?
They're one-time use, I thought.
I thought they're 3.
Oh, I will double check that then. Table.
If I'm remembering correctly, I don't know. It's possible I might be getting this game mixed up with the other game I'm in. Or like reloads for them or something. I don't know.
Once you use a med pack, its contents are expended. Even your treat injury check was not successful.
All right, that might be the other game I'm in that I was thinking of then.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all doing first aid then.
Yeah, first we'll do Volept.
Is there any penalty for doing first aid on yourself? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me look exactly. I think it's -5. At least for surgery, I know it has one. Yeah, -5 penalty for on yourself. So, I mean, you can still aid another me as I treat you.
Okay. Well,
Yeah?
no. Tekken's got a med pack in his utility belt, and he does have used medicine. So let's do the rounds. First, let's take care of Volt. I will definitely aid another for Volt.
Roll it.
Which is to use medicine.
Yep. Keep going down. Treat injury. There we go.
You might have better than me, actually. Because
Yep. There you go.
Whoa.
Oh my fucking god! I rolled a natural 19 on that. I am a amazing helper.
You're an amazing nurse.
Yep. Yes. All right. We're gonna lay it all out. What you need, doctor?
That's because you can use the force to pull the shrapnel out of them gently.
Right. It's a
even
12
with
on
the
treat injury.
no, that's with the for aid another.
Oh god.
Wow.
I will roll a force point.
Get luck. Generate some luck here.
All right.
I have tapped the button. So you heal your character level plus. Actually, sorry. No, actually, I lied. I should not have spent a force point. I thought I succeeded. I failed. I declared already, though. So I failed the check. You are not healed. The med pack is wasted, but you can still benefit from a treat injury.
Yeah, no, Dagger's gonna watch that for one, kind of go to his assistant to be like, oh my god, get out of the way, you've been dealing with this kind of shit before, have you? Alright, will attempt brief injury on Mr. Bullet.
I will aid him.
Alright, roll it.
3 places.
I will roll an aid.
By the way, why did the Drows disappear from the planet suddenly?
Because I went to look at the console.
Whatever that means. Oh, you're hiding underneath the dead stormtrooper. I see.
The stormtrooper tokens stacked on top.
So I'm going to have 1 expanded med pack.
That's
Let's do it. Let's do it. There you go.
There we go. So that's 15 plus character. 10 plus character level healed.
The 12.
nice.
He'll look at that stuff and he's like, the nice thing about blaster bolts is they leave such clean wounds.
All right. I should note that my character's clearly been limping this entire time. No, he doesn't have any penalty. He's just almost at half. Not quite half.
Yep, we're all a little banged up here.
So I can aid another myself for him to heal me at -5, and same for him, right?
Do you have that many med kits left? Many med packs, I should say?
Yeah. I had 6 before this started. I assume we used yours for that last check instead of mine.
Yep, I only have the 1.
So I have 5 left.
Well, let's take turns.
All right.
I will heal you first. You aid yourself.
So I will take a -5 for treating myself.
No. Is that even for the aid? Probably.
For aid another. I mean, you have discretion here, but I'm assuming I'm being pessimistic here.
That makes a certain sort of sense. You're still only aiming at 10. It's much easier, all the same.
Position, heal thyself.
Let's see it roll. Okay. Anytime now.
There it is.
Oh my fucking god. This is
I
great.
rolled a 5.
Well, I will roll without the benefit of even another. Shouldn't be a problem.
15.
So I heal 2 hit points. The armor clearly gets in the way.
Yes, no, that's exactly what the problem is. It's the armor.
Right.
Alright, roll to aid another on healing yourself.
Yep, so me, feet injury -5. Actually, you know what? When you go to heal him, you'll wave it off.
No?
No. You'll be like, save the medicine, we'll need it.
Okay.
I need it.
You need a good night's rest, if not surgery, boy.
How about both?
So I'm gonna gather my weapons. I'm gonna look. Is the stormtrooper armor still usable? Maybe with patching up required.
So you're actually not going to heal me, is what you're saying?
No, you got healed already. You got
No, I
healed.
didn't.
Yes, you
What?
did.
When?
After the first failure, you got
Oh.
a 25, which was 10 plus your character level.
Oh, that was the one on me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I went and did it afterwards, like, hang on a minute here, Derosian. I know what I'm doing.
All right.
Like I've treated combat wounds. You've truly only treated scrapes on the playground.
All right. Thank you.
Alright.
So, that is the situation. We have a bunch of dead stormtroopers, 3 dead Kybucks, a communications device that they were trying to get a signal out on. Is it in good enough condition that we could still read the console displays, or are those scrapped?
I can plug my data to it and hack it.
Yeah, I got data slate too. We could.
My only concern is knowing if they got through whatever they were trying to get through, which I assume was an emergency call to their buddies.
Oh, no. You can tell on the screen that is flickering. That, the communications that they were trying to get was halted only partway through at the very beginning. So they weren't even close to getting a message out. They weren't even close to communications to where they were sending it.
Fantastic. Great. I now have access to the communications system.
Hold on. Where was it going?
Yeah. Can we tell, or is that immediately available information on the console?
I will find out if it's not immediately available.
You can tell that it was another satellite.
Good.
By the
So
screen.
they're probably trying to talk to the Star Destroyer then.
The satellite or the dish?
It was like one of the little satellite dishes that are right next to the console.
That's a radar dish.
Okay, fine.
Can I do some diagnostics to further investigate where the signal was going to, what they were trying to connect to?
Probably not.
No.
If it was a dish-to-dish communication, then the only indication we'd have of where it was really going is the direction that thing is pointed in. Which, by the way, is it still in place?
Oh, the dishes?
Yeah, the dish, the 2 dishes, they still good enough that we can see where they're pointing at? Are they pointing straight up, or are they pointing at the horizon?
They are pointing out into the mushroom forest. They're full of holes.
That too.
But
shit. So yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and get a full run through on it just in case.
Yeah. Basically.
So hang on a minute here. If we're gonna do this, here's how I want to do it. Let's have Deckard and Susanelle assist Matthias.
Okay. I have a communication scanner and what could I have useful here? A data pad, just like what's his face does. My only concern is this place is open to the sky, right?
Yeah, it's way more open than the jungle we were running through.
So my thought is we should probably not be. I'm worried about their eyes in the sky getting a peek on us if we stay here too long.
Then we should go right now.
Or you can two of you can put on stormtrooper armor and
I am not putting on stormtrooper armor, especially since they are marked with 1,000 freaking holes in them.
I am going to pat them down and take their spare grenades, though.
Okay.
But seriously, could anyone even fit the helmet on except for my character? Like, we got Big Cheeks over here, we've got great big gray-skulled, square-headed guy, and we got Hornboy at Matthias.
Effectively, anything I can wear anything human. Effectively.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because I'm definitely not putting on stormtrooper armor. What we should be doing is we're committed now. We should probably just move towards our objectives. Is it inside this facility or is this just a random fucking outpost?
This is a random outpost. I'm not even sure we went in the direction of the facility. Plus, no one has the bomb on them. We have to go back.
Yeah, we need to go back anyway.
Well, then we better fucking go back. Why don't we?
I'll say it's like, nah.
Maybe Matthias can ride ahead and get some fresh Kybucks.
Well, we could try and get that speeder running and go 2x2, 2 on a Kybuck, 2 on a speeder.
Why would we do that? You first, Ben.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What we need to do is we need to gain control of this facility's computer system and delete any surveillance data so that all they'll be able to tell is that there was a gunfight and they won't know who to look for, where we came from, or anything of that nature.
Yep.
And
Agreed.
then we fucking hightail it out of here.
And also, while you're doing that, I want to check, I don't suppose any of these stormtroopers had any spare med packs on them, did they?
They
Bodies.
Yeah, the last time we came across them.
The stormtroopers have utility belts with med packs.
Sweet. How many?
And weapons and
One
grenades.
each?
Well, you're not going to get anything off of the ones that blew themselves up.
Yeah.
So the 2 that died to headshots.
All right, Susan Neal, mark up 2 more med packs, or one for you, one for Deckard, or something.
And taking their weapons and ammo.
I don't know that we need their weapons, but unless you want a rifle that you don't have.
Take one.
So why would you take the carbines?
They have carbines. These guys have the proper ones.
Right, that's right. They have the.
I am not grabbing these stormtrooper weaponry. I do not fucking loot battlefields like that. It's kind of just a pointless endeavor. Thus, if someone wants an upgrade just by taking your rifle, now's a damn fine time to get that rifle upgraded.
Yeah.
Basically. It's like, I'm going to need more firepower against these guys.
Alright, I'm going to start helping Matthias slice this damn machine.
I
so
will
use the
too.
computer tech.
Alright?
Okay, so what's the computer's attitude towards me right now? Is it hostile or is it indifferent?
Unfriendly.
Alright. So that's a -5 to all of our rolls then, I think, as we do this. But we're only doing 8 another, so I'll begin.
Alright. Use computer.
I'll also roll while he's rolling, since I'm also aiding secondarily. I imagine at this point...
assist is not going to get met at anything.
I imagine I was spending my time trying to make sure all the cables were connected. Both of us failed to assist.
I imagine you're spending a lot of time trying to do 8 things with the whole 3 minutes of time that we have, so...
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why.
Y'all are peaches.
Alright, guys, Kai is really invested in wanting you guys to know that it's pronounced carbine. By the way.
Okay.
Natural.
It's very important.
Carbine.
Hang on a minute. What did Ben get?
I got
And
one.
It's not with a -5 attached to it?
No.
Because the computer is unfriendly towards us.
Nobody got a natural one.
God damn, it's fairly low locked down then, isn't it?
Yep.
All right. What were you trying to do anyways? What was your action?
Well, I mean, if it's unfriendly towards us, I have to improve my standing before I can erase any of their fucking recording data. So.
All right.
Well, at the very least, you know that there's no recording data on this. This is a communications array, and they were trying to establish a connection to another communications array.
All right, so that much can be gleaned fairly easily then.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, at least we know that because I assume that this failure means that the computer is no longer usable to me.
Yeah.
Check the skill at that point. But yeah, no, that would probably lock us out.
That's what I'm thinking, but of course the GM has the final say.
Hell yeah. No, I'm mostly curious what the skill says you're rolling.
Yeah.
What skill?
Hang on.
Okay.
That's stuff. Use computer.
Use computer, access information, change attitude, blah, blah, blah.
Improve access.
Access. Hostile is dangerous. This is not hostile, it's unfriendly. No, well, shit.
Yeah, it goes down on it.
Well, if it fails by 5 or more, and we were attempting to improve from unfriendly.
Mm-hmm.
What was the DC on that?
The value of the weapon.
That's the only thing we need to know is, like, what was the DC? That's pulling information.
Will save.
I think it's,
That's...
Trying to figure out where the fuck it says the actual DC is.
Well, if my skill is 10, and my score was 11...
Usually it's a DC 15.
No, if the check equals or exceeds computer's will defense for improved access.
Okay, well, I don't think we have that number available.
Look at comparable communications array. You could say the will defense is 15, or whatever you learn.
14, one of the two.
Yeah.
Either way, there was a -5 associated with that check. So that's well under 5. The computer just became hostile and probably informed the command center that there was an illegal attempt to access it.
It has no connection.
No connection to that's right. It doesn't. Aha!
It tried to.
So, plan B.
It definitely locks us out.
Yeah, no, you're not going to get anywhere from this thing.
Also, maybe we could take a note of, like, if we've got a data slate or whatever like that, take a note of our location and what direction these dishes are pointing.
Yes.
So, we don't know exactly where the thing is, but we've at least got a vector.
Alright. Anyway, so...
Better than nothing.
This is still fucking way too much time. Yeah, no, once the computer shuts us the fuck out, Decker's just gonna roll his shoulders and start walking back. Oh, before he goes, though, he's gonna grab the stormtrooper head.
Instead of walking back, I'm gonna be like, yo, Deckard, hop on and tell me all about how you got that lightsaber.
There's actually not enough room on a Kybuck for 2 people.
What?
They are small.
Back, motherfuckers.
They are rather vertical beasts, not horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, shit.
As it is, it's kind of an uncomfortable ride for all of you normal-sized people.
Volupt is going to suggest maybe Matthias can ride ahead and bring back some fresh Kybucks.
Okay. I'll do it.
I'm not sure how long of a ride it took us to get here, mind you, but...
Okay.
If it's only like a half-hour walk back, then it's whatever. Huh?
You guys did take a winding route because you were chasing a speeder bike that was dodging.
It was also, we were moving at 80 kilometers, 90 kilometers, 100 kilometers an hour.
Yep.
No one was going a gentle speed during that chase. We all know exactly how far away a car can get if you give it even 30 seconds on 70 miles an hour in a straight line. And I assume the chase lasted longer than that.
It was how many rounds?
It was cinematic, but that was...
It was mostly cinematic, but it took a while.
What will be our estimate on very ballpark how long it would take to walk
We're here
back?
because we have a discount. But
Ballpark on walking it?
Yeah. I'm just wondering if we're looking at like an hour or so, or like half a day, or what.
It might take a couple hours.
All right, it might be worth getting some fresh Kybucks then. If it was going to be an hour or less, I would say fuck it.
Yeah, send Matthias ahead. Say, like, let them know what's happened.
Yeah,
okay.
Matthias can kick his Kybuck into full gear, and it doesn't take him too terribly long to get back to the village because the Kybuck knows its route home. And
yeah, we'll march. We cannot stay here.
Yeah.
But push the homing beacon on your Kybuck and let it go home.
Yeah.
Basically.
A quick chat with Mandrake gets him leashing up 3 Kybucks and mounting his own. And it doesn't take much longer for Matthias, Mandrake, and the 3 Kybucks to get back to you.
I'm sure all the people there would be totally stoked to be able to just loot that empty post.
Yeah, if anyone's gonna grab those guns, we should let the fucking locals get them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all them.
Yeah.
Sorry about your Kybucks. Here you go.
Yep.
As the Kybucks and Mandrake and Matthias get back into the clearing, you kind of see something.
We should not be in the clearing by the time they get.
Yeah, we will not be there. Do we want to clean the battlefield before we leave the clearing?
That's
my question.
Okay, we are not staying here.
Okay,
agreed.
Yes.
Okay, you guys are following the little river, and they come across you as they get close. And anyone who's got an eagle eye, and especially someone who knows the Force and can feel it, you notice weird climbing mushrooms hurrying along the mushroom tops of the jungle.
Which way are they headed?
To the outpost.
One thing I might suggest.
I'm glad we're not there. Actually, I have binocular vision.
To us, to here, to the place that we just left.
Yeah, it's the Felucians. You only get a glimpse of them, and Deckard absolutely feels them as they move through.
One small suggestion.
Really strange.
We might want to try hiding the one body that has lightsaber burns on its neck piece.
Yeah, I
took the dude's head, so all they should have is a nice clean wound, but that's it. If the Felucians want to fuck around with the body, that's fine. Otherwise, it's a bunch of dead dudes.
Alright, yeah, there you go.
The Felucians look really strange as they're climbing the mushrooms and moving along the top of the caps and at the bottom of the caps, so you see them absolutely upside down.
Motherfucker, spider climb?
Yeah,
look at that, like, damn.
Mushroom spiders.
The lip has a weird graspy suction.
Yeah, that's right.
Good. Deckard kind of takes a moment, stops, and just kind of you can see him touch the binocular vision on his integrated his helmet, kind of like, what? Okay. Okay.
So
Kybucks are here, and you guys can mount up and get back to the village.
We will do just that. I assume on the way I have some splaining to do.
That's right, Lucy.
Is that when Matthias takes the time to say something?
Yeah, so about how convincing you are.
That was
a very convincing glow stick you got there.
About that lightsaber.
It is my most favorite tool. What about it?
Well, you don't just get one and know how to use it. So got half a mind to think that you're probably some kind of a Jedi.
No, you can see him tense up at that. No, I am not a Jedi.
The Kybuck dances at the tension.
Yeah. I really like.
Well,
gonna shake his head because he does not have his helmet on. I keep forgetting that. So yeah, he kind of looks down, looks around, like, all right. I was hoping not to have to share this story, but well, you all know I'm not from around here. My home world, that little moon I come from, about 20 years ago, or I should really say, for any of us that old, like right before the Clone Wars began, there were a group of 3 men who were Jedi, who discovered a book that was kept by that ancient order and well out of sight. And in that book, they discovered many secrets about an energy field that they refer to as the Force. The men who discovered this book and the truth that lied within it were shocked by what they discovered because of how much it ran contrary to all of their original teachings. So they took this book, they took their apprentices, they took their friends, and they took their dependents, and they fled to that world. And they lived there for a very long time in secrecy. At some point during the Clone Wars, before I got around to meeting these people, the Jedi themselves came to this world, 3 to match the 3 who had abandoned them, and attempted, with the threat of violence and destruction, to subdue these men who were walking a different path for the crime of no longer wanting to be Jedi. There was a battle that ensued, and all 3 of these original abandoners, if you will, these men who decided to walk a different path, were killed. But everyone they had brought with them, all of whom were at this point learning these new truths, were able to hide themselves from the Jedi using a portion of what they had learned. The Jedi left, believing that the order that was right underneath their feet by the time the fight had ended was gone with those 3 men. It survived and gave birth to what I am. I am known as a Jensari. It is an old sorceress word for seeker of hidden truths. Yes, I do know some of what the Jedi know. Pulls a lightsaber, activates it. Yes, I do know how to wield this weapon. It is a part of what we use because we took it from them. But make no mistake, I have no affiliation with those accursed men. They killed the very people who were at the heart of everything we were trying to do, and what we were trying to do was to live peacefully and understand this phenomenal energy that permeates the universe through a lens outside of their own.
So you were on a path of vengeance.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just have to...
Tenses up at that. He's like, you were paying attention. Yes. When the Empire came to power, we originally assumed that this would bring a time of peace for all of us. We started operating outside of secrecy, took on the role of guardians and teachers and explorers on that world. And when we heard about the Jedi purges that were recently initiated, 4 of us, the son of the head of our order, 2 others, and myself, left for Coruscant to deal with Vader directly.
At this point, guys, I just have to make the joke that your Jensari guys, this is out of character, of course, but the Jensari are basically Jigtaos. They're Jedi going their own way.
Kind of. Oh my god. If you weren't my eyes before, you would now, you alt-right scumbag. How dare you suggest not fucking worshipping? You just... Anyways. So, now it continues on. The son of the head of our order was the only one who got to have anything resembling actual counsel with the Dark Knight that serves as the Emperor's enforcer. And the day he was supposed to meet them, we all felt his death. So right now, I'm operating under the assumption that one way or another, the Empire is responsible for the murder of my friend. and the three of us have scattered and are attempting to get back home.
Do you like your new job?
Pays well.
I'll say.
He's at this point, he's really nervous. Like, he's wearing it. He's not hiding it at all. He's like, so, as for everything earlier, I'm just going to say this. I never lied to you. I cannot convince people who are not intrinsically simple-minded to do what I want to do.
Well, that explains why I worked with that officer so well. That was in character, by the way.
I have to admit, I didn't know if he was going to give that up to me. But when I saw that little, like, baby boy, like baby's first officer insignia, like, this kid is the only chance I'm going to have to pull something like that off.
And it was amazing.
Yeah, well, shit, man. I got your back.
I'm glad to hear that. Honestly, I'm concerned the way this energy works. Those who touch it send a ripple through it, and those who are attuned to it will feel that ripple for distances that exceed the gap between stars. However, this planet, he just kind of stops and looks around. He's like, guys, it's freaking me out. Everything on this world is permeated with this energy.
I thought everything. What? Hold on.
No. Like, don't get me wrong. Everything has it. You have it. I have it. The bugs have it. Everything but just purely mechanical objects. Droids don't have it. Robots don't have it. But everything else does. However,
character, Connor, that's not true. There are droids that do have it.
Oh, he doesn't know that.
Okay, alright, just making sure.
Here's the thing, this guy's going to say a lot of shit that canonically is not true because the Gensari are kind of ignorant. And by kind of, I mean, like, what you have are basically, like, 5 or 6 people who at the time of, like, the fights might have been, like, level 2 or 3 Jedi. And from them and a whole, like, 3 holotrons and an actual book, that forms the entire core of their knowledge. He has a gross misunderstanding of a lot of things. But that's something for character development later.
It's at this time that Mandrake makes his presence known, because he is still there with you guys, leading you back to the village on the Kybucks. He says, Native Felucians believe that this world of theirs is the Force. It's a living, breathing entity of it, and they are a product therein.
All I can say is that I have put my feet on a whole 4 planets, and I've never felt anything like this before. It's one thing for each of us to have a little bit. It's one thing for individuals to have a lot of it, but I'm talking the plants here buzz in my ears with how strong they are, and every single one of those mushroom aliens climbing above the canopy. You guys saw that attack that the one did that distorted the water? All of them can do that.
Oh.
I didn't know that things like this could exist. I could spend decades looking into the secrets of this world, and I don't think I'd find anything more than just the surface of them. I could settle down here, to be honest. It's fascinating and horrifying all at the same time. And he's still, like, to this moment, like, he's very jittery around these fucking trees. That's never ceased for him. Oh, boy.
They can all do it. I feel a little jealous. Makes a guy feel left out.
I know, right?
Are you kidding me? Left out? If I could shoot like you could, I'd give up this laser blade in a second.
The thing is that even though you guys are not force sensitive, you can feel the life of the planet. This is a very unique planet to everyone. It is alive.
It feels the exact opposite of cursed or haunted, I assume.
Yeah. It is alive, and you can tell. It's enough force that even non-force sensitive people can kind of tell that something is a little different about this place. So they noticed immediately, but it's not nearly as intense as Deckard is feeling.
So Deckard, what you're telling me then is that this strange tingling I've been feeling since I arrived at the planet is not some sort of strange spore infection after all.
Oh, I thought that was a thrill adventure.
It is
My
not,
bad.
nor is it simply shivering at the proliferation of gigantic insects all around us. You know that shiver. That's the shiver of disgust.
So, I thought it was just the thrill of adventure that was driving me forward.
Oh no,
Excellent.
I'm familiar with the shiver of disgust. I feel that whenever a stormtrooper walks near me.
Well, you get to kill a bunch. Will that make you feel better?
The head of that one stormtrooper, like still kind of like underneath his left arm, he's gonna tap it twice. Be like, "How does this make you feel?" Just hold it out towards the left.
Pretty damn good, actually.
Makes me feel. It's crass, but
I feel almost as good as those 2 speeders that exploded underneath my crosshairs today.
Yeah, like I knew you were a good shooter, Volt, but damn.
It turns out the adrenaline of
did you fight no more?
It would seem that the adrenaline of being wounded for the first time really focuses the mind. I'm impressed myself.
Right. Well, Mandrake's going to make a comment. This place is alive in a way that that everyone takes notice. In a completely different but still noticeable effect to, say, planets like Dagobah.
The fuck's Dagobah?
It is a dark side planet that oozes the dark force.
You didn't look over at Mandrake like...
Snell's also looking over. Snell also kind of looks over.
It's the kind of swamp that you tap for black mana.
Oh, boy.
Shut up, Krendar.
Really...
I know. Mandrake is absolutely. I hear that Force users that go to Dagobah tend to have really potent visions.
How many Force users do you know? And at this point, you get real curious, intense look on his face, like,
I only know of Force users. There's been rumors about certain Jedi and their adventurous spirit during the Republic and exploring any and all corners that they possibly can.
Well, if I was a Jedi, just points at the ground, it's like, this is exactly where I'd be hiding from the Empire right now.
Like, maybe that's what Dagobah's like for another one.
Maybe I don't know, he's just kind of looking around. It's like, here's the thing, as I said, it's when you use this power, others can feel it, but the power of the planet itself is so choking that honestly, I've been a little bit more relaxed with my use than I was before I met you guys.
Why do you think there is a Imperial prison outpost here?
Oh,
this is one of the first planets that they would look.
Oh,
God.
Speaking as a commander of a unit from the Separatist position, if I was going to hide from the Empire, now I'd hide in any of the planets where a dark side Force user has made their home, has a corrupting.
Suppose it's a thought, but still. If that's why they're here, if they're just here doing the Jedi Purge, why are they bothering the locals?
I only know what the Felucians have told me. As to that, the Felucians are being taken captive by the stormtroopers and brought to the prison facilities. The Felucians actually call it the vanishing place.
Vanishing place. Well, that's not ominous or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason why the Felucians don't like it.
I wouldn't blame them. As Sizanel's actually playing with the rifle, kind of looking off where no one is, and looking down the sights, looking down the gun, holding an awkward. This is about time you realize, Deckard, that the noble has no idea how to use a rifle, just a pistol.
So
It's funny how in real life the typical problem is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So Mandrake continues. The Felucians call it the Vanishing Place for a very good reason. They not only take the people to their people to there and have been systematically clearing out the villages, but they don't come out. They, according to the chief, and I have no experience with it, so maybe you'd make better understanding of it, but he says that they are removed from everything.
Like,
from the life.
that sounds like they're killing them to me.
No. They are removed entirely. There is the chief has described it as a nothing.
You think it's
Is there
lean back, get a kind of spooked look on his face.
There's a difference?
I think what he's saying is that their chieftain has told him that they go there and literally vanish from the Force.
And
when someone dies, like, that energy is released in a burst. A single individual dying doesn't really create much of a reverb unless you know them and are attuned to them. But if a million people die at once, like if any of you have ever woken up from a dream and just thought the world changed today in a bad way and you don't know why you feel like that, that can be the Force talking to you. He's saying that they're gone. There's not even the sensation of them dying. I would have to talk to him, but I don't know how.
Could they possibly be doing something to cut them off from the Force?
Oh, I certainly hope not, especially if I'm going to walk in there.
We don't know.
Are they experimenting on them?
It was an old medical facility.
Oh dear.
We don't know. We know enough about the children wasting that we're fairly certain it came from there.
We need to shut this down.
Yeah, we're gonna kill everyone in there, I guess.
Yep. Figures like, let's get back to the village ASAP.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, out of game, may I make a quick request that Deckard eventually suggests to Sizenel that he retracts the retractable stock on that rifle?
I mean, I think other people would be more capable of explaining that to him than Deckard.
Yeah, upon seeing how clumsy he is with it, I think Volt will just reach over and do it for him.
Oh, is that how that works? Volt looks clumsily, retracts, pulls it out and retracts. Oh, he pulls it without Bristol. Oh, this feels so much better.
So now you've basically got a heavy pistol, essentially.
Yeah, basically. And I am looking at the book. It does specify that Stormtroopers E11 blaster rifle does have a retractable stock.
Look at their style.
Yep. And you can collapse it to lose the auto fire, but be able to shoot it in one hand.
Well, no, it doesn't lose auto fire. You cannot brace the weapon and use it in auto fire mode.
That's right. My apologies. It's been so long since I've used any rifle like that. I don't know retractable stock rules. I have two hands on my big guns.
Oh my. Not in front of the children.
You are a child?
Exactly, so don't do it in front of me.
Further incident, or we
get shot by a stormtrooper. Yeah, no, you managed to get back to the village fine, and no exploding mushrooms this time.
Yay!
We have guides that can show us.
Isn't it nice?
Right. So you get back to the village, and Mandrake brings the Kybucks back to his pens.
As I enter the village and get off the Kybucks, Deckard's just gonna aim his body towards whatever counts as the great big gathering place these people usually go to.
It's the center of the village.
Soccer punt that freaking stormtrooper head right in that direction.
It's the center of a village, and they have a big cooking fire.
There you go. So the people there say, "Boom! Here you go." This is what I think of your enemies.
Yeah, people are gonna scatter and startle. These are fairly peaceful people. So
really peaceful people with one of these motherfuckers hanging in effigy at the town entrance.
Well, hey, the people that are in the village are peaceful. They have their patrols, they have their warriors, but at the same time, this is the average villagers.
Okay, fair enough.
See if there's a spare stake you can thunk it on next to the other body.
Yeah, right.
The chieftain is sitting at the fire, and as the head rolls by, he lifts a hand, and the head stops.
Oh, fun.
And the head starts raising up in the air, and then zooms right back at Deckard.
I'll just step out of the way of that.
just like fired like a rocket.
It is heading right for Deckard.
He's like, oh boy, just drop.
The head passes over Deckard, and it hits a petrified mushroom stake at the other end of the village.
There you go.
And after that's done, the chief puts his hand back down. He hadn't moved at the rest of him at all. He didn't even look.
Nice. That guy is so much better at this than I am. I too will become a great mushroom shaman someday.
Nice.
Well, thanks to my mom.
I figure I just need to eat a few of these and find the right hallucinogenic trip to unlock my true potential.
Or die.
Well, you always die trying when unlocking your true potential. You always have that risk.
I mean, let's all ask Odin if there's an actual difference between the two.
I want to say no. He more or less died when he pulled that stunt.
Exactly. Dying is unlocking your true potential.
All right. So there's food to be had, and
Food, fuck that. We got work to do. Decker's gonna get straight to getting his helmet, his gun, all his stuff suited up.
The medical mushroom people.
The mushroom doctors. The shroom doctors.
That sounds like a good cover band.
They'll look over everybody and do what they can to offer mending.
Deckard is still refusing.
I'm good now.
Alright.
Mandrake.
I am wounded still, but
Mandrake definitely has the explosive ready to go, and
I just want them to recognize and be thankful that not only am I back in one piece, but the Kybuck that I was given is just fine.
Right.
Clearly marking me as very trustworthy. Also, it's time for a drink. I'm taking a drink.
Oh, you know what? Decker will fucking put his hand out for that. It's like, is that bottle I bought you? Or are we on to Organa stuff now?
Hell yeah, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe the food they're offering to us we can like take to eat on the go.
that would be fair.
Don't they mostly have soups? We just can like drink soup bowls on Kybucks? I mean, I'll do those be tricky.
if you're asking for something that is easy to take on the go, Mandrake will talk with one of. You're assuming it's female?
Yeah, the same.
We might have something jerky-ish, maybe.
And this solution wanders off into a hut that kind of looks like it would be meant for like food storage.
Probably 7 days.
And she comes out with her hand full of
lunches and a half.
these kind of
Yes.
bar-looking things.
Yes.
They're a pale tan, and if you look closely, it looks like they're chunks of something, most likely mushroom.
Most likely.
If they eat it, good enough for me.
Mushroom
I don't have to
bug.
think about it.
I brought my rations. We were set. We were stocked.
Yeah,
I brought
got
rations, but I will accept their generosity.
I'll take their food. Their food's great.
Basically, you get a handful of mushroom bars.
Hey, those are useful and outward.
Yes, they are.
Same price.
Alright. So, I assume we're basically going to get the bomb, get things picked up,
Got a
stacked,
repulse.
ready to
Get
go.
all on the repulsor pack,
Yourselves,
repulsor pad.
armored and armed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, if it looks, by the time it looks like you guys are ready to go, the chief makes a loud gut roll noise,
You want to?
and another solution that looks like some of the scouts that you guys killed before just drops down from one of the hut roofs and walks up to you, nods, and makes a gesture as if to follow.
So
Alright.
we got all of the gear on the repulsor pad then?
I'm assuming so.
Awesome.
Decker's going to look at that and shake us.
All right, so the scout is your local that is going to take you and guide you to the facility.
Alright.
Chewing on my mushroom jerky as we go.
I know, right? It's delicious.
He makes a winding path.
How long does it take us? What do you say?
About 3 hours.
Really? And are we walking or are we on the Kybucks again?
You're walking.
Damn, okay.
Yep, nope, you are walking. The Felucians don't use the Kybucks.
Alright, fair enough.
Yep, it's a winding path. It's about 3 hours. And you can absolutely tell that this Felucian scout is taking you away from any sort of danger. You can notice a patch of the exploding mushrooms out in a field.
We call that the minefield.
You can notice out in the distance some of the acid water. Far, far out in the distance, you can hear the roar of a rancor.
Can always remove it.
It is a peaceful and yet slightly trippy walk to the facility because giant mushrooms in all shades and colors.
We're probably starting to get used to that by now. But only a little bit.
Is there ever truly getting any use to giant glowing mushrooms?
We're only freaked out a little bit instead of a lot.
I mean, it helps.
Subnautica does say yes.
I mean,
Spend enough time in the shroom caves and they won't be so freaky.
To some degree, at least. The weirdness never totally rubs off, though.
okay.
No, you just become weird in turn.
You eventually get to the Imperial Prison facility. And there is as you hit the edge of the forest, before stepping out, you notice the clearing, you see it all, and you see the building of the prison facility. It is relatively squat, it's 2 stories tall, and it looks very imperial. It's definitely done up in the imperial style with gray walls and slight outward slants, no visible windows, plain. Very plain.
Plain, imposing, angry architecture.
Yep. The second story of the building is a lot smaller than the first. And there are blinking lights that line the top of the floor's edge.
Does it have any sort of a communication dish on it?
There is absolutely a communication dish somewhere slightly back, so it's not actually on top of the roof, but there's a communication dish.
Alright.
Does it appear to line up with the vector we saved from the other place?
It doesn't seem to be pointing at anything.
Huh.
So it's pointing at the sky.
But more so what I mean is, like, the vector we figured out from where the other one was pointing, could it have been pointing at this place?
Oh, you think that it can absolutely point at the outpost?
Figured.
It's a possibility, but yeah, without like another point of reference, there's no triangulation we can do for that vector.
Well,
However,
we can figure out if it's along the vector or not. You can see if the line goes through it or not, basically.
we don't have GPS satellite here. The only reference we have for where that outpost even was is just our eyeballs.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. It's like we can get the vector from there. We could like take you could snapshot a picture, but then we went back to the village and then we went to this place. It's a totally different set of directions. Unless someone's got like ultra navigation skill,
Well, we still have guides with us. They might have been able to help us figure out the locations.
Yeah, fair enough.
Relative to each other.
If you can communicate with them.
Either way, yeah, I think it is a healthy assumption all the same.
Yeah. Now you can pretty well tell that it could line up with that satellite. Another thing to note is a large set of blast doors. At the ground floor is the ground floor entry to the building with a single gun turret just a few meters to the door's left.
We're still in the cover of the foliage.
You absolutely still are in the cover of the foliage.
How far from us to the front door?
Far enough that it's an open space.
Like 30
yards,
feet.
a couple 100 yards. Like, what exactly is the clearance here? How far away are we from them and then from us at this moment?
They've cleared a fairly large swath of land around the prison facility.
All right.
It has plenty of room for patrols as well as space for anything else. There are stormtroopers guarding the blast doors on the outside, and if anyone wants to try to check what is in the gun turret...
Yeah.
I have binocular vision.
You. Absolutely. At this distance, the negatives we'll take. We're actually trying to make a perception check. We'll kick our asses.
Go ahead and make a perception check then.
So I essentially have electro binoculars for all intents and purposes. Well, I literally have them, but
Yeah. Do you actually have an exact number of squares away? Because perception checks at this distance do start getting difficult. We're looking at like 100 squares here. Is there 500 feet between us and that? 1,000?
Yeah.
I don't think
-1 for every 10 squares versus -5.
What's that, Candace?
I don't think it would be 500 feet.
That's,
It's about...
is it more than the length of a football field?
No.
Less than the length of a football field?
Only,
exactly a football field.
About exactly a football field, I was going to say.
All right, so that's 300 feet.
All right. And each square is...
5 feet.
5 feet.
5 feet.
So 300 divided by 5 is 60.
So it is -6 to this check.
Yep.
Well, aren't the binoculars helping with that, or is that including them?
That's
See what they're doing. The rest of us would have like a negative fucking 30.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, these distances, those binoculars are a big thing.
All right, go ahead.
Now, people with a scope might get a benefit as well.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is you're... Like, in character, I don't know what you're eyeballing, so...
Why did you roll persuasion?
Because I hit the wrong button. You want me to re-roll?
You want perception, and it's a different stat that it goes off of.
Yep. So
Yeah, I did put a -6 on that. It's like, oops.
try again. 7. Still too far away. Just can't get a good look.
I can't get a good look.
I can't. I'm looking. What is that on the turret? I can't tell from here. There's too much foliage in the way.
All right.
Take a look at Susan Allen, but turret. They had a gun up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Turret.
Whatever if I point out right here it is next to the door.
It's gonna take a good hard long look at it. That's too far away from my eyes.
All right. And not only are there stormtroopers guarding the blast doors, you can hear the hum of speeder engines in the distance, meaning there are scout troopers on patrol nearby. Anyone want to make a perception check for noise?
Sure, why not?
Yes.
If the question is,
That's
so do
all
you want to
this
make a
is.
perception check, my answer is always yes.
Ooh, 21.
Hold on.
Nicely done.
Damn, you're
Okay.
you're the scout now, dog.
Matthias, would you like to do perception?
Doesn't sound like it.
Or may not be with us.
Fair enough.
He just popped into it. Funny. Boop, boop.
He fell asleep on the way here.
Oh, there it is. That's
14 can re-roll.
well, the DC is a 15, so if Matthias
Oh
wants
yeah,
to
I
re-roll...
forgot I can re-roll perception as well. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah!
Yep.
Nice.
You have to keep the better one.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
The second.
have to keep the second one.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
keep the...
I have to accept the reroll. Yeah, it's not good.
Well,
Matthias has been having a good time with that bottle. Full sharing.
I like how
Okay,
my
so-
reroll was identical.
Deckard and Sazaniel both hear the heavy thudding, a heavy thudding sound in the distance, along with noises of plants being crushed.
So that thudding sound. What does that sound? What is that? I've kind of started look at Deckard, and then kind of look around at that. Is that some sort of Imperial war machine?
It's like, I have never heard anything like that in my life. I have no context for it. I really hope not, but
I hope it's a rain core.
that's no rain pour. That's something big moving. Vola, Matthias, there's something large in the distance. You guys, like these straight pointed out, there shouldn't be no penalty for making a second perception check here.
I'll
allow it. Go ahead.
He's like, yeah, guys, listen. It's like, I have no idea what I'm hearing here. There we go.
All right, Matthias hears it too. Volip still doesn't.
Volk can still be.
You can reroll that nat 1.
He could re-roll that if he'd
Yeah.
like.
No
trying
reason not to. It can't get any worse.
Also, I'll try to take a look through gun scope to see if I spot anything. Well, I'm waiting for the second perception to re-roll itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, roll 20.
Right?
You're so funny.
I hope they fix the problems for next week.
They should.
Still fix like tomorrow. Wow, that's taking a moment, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
They had some problems
What's
a
the
few weeks
dice,
back.
You can hear it?
He can absolutely hear
there we
the
go. 14.
stomping and the plants being crushed noises in the distance. It is
Yeah.
very it is very rhythmic and it's very slow.
If
It
they point me in
sounds
the right
like,
direction, do I see anything through a scope?
It sounds like during the war on the HoloNet, there would be video of Republic Scout walkers, and that sounds a lot like what they sounded like on the HoloNet.
So would knowledge technology be helpful to identify what makes that kind of sound?
It would be galactic lore is what my guy would be calling on, because like during the war, part of the propaganda would be to like watch them walk around on their little scout walkers. So
It's a steady thud.
It's like two, or is it real? Boom. Boom.
No, it's the choo choo.
All right, so it's steady. Oh,
it's
boy.
a scout walker. Like it's undoubtedly a scout walker, but I don't know. Can't tell much more than that.
Like, so how big are those?
Can I roll
big.
knowledge?
Bigger than us.
Technology?
All right, so we have the killing field, nice and clear. We have scouts nearby. We have some giant mechanism walking around somewhere, knocking over these shroom trees, and we've got a front door that's got a big gun protecting it.
How about we take a look around the area and look for other less guarded...
Your solutions guide waves at everybody.
Look over
Okay.
Mushroom Man.
He gestures frantically to have everyone follow him.
We follow.
Yep.
He ducks around, weaves around the perimeter, still in the foliage. But as you go, you get glimpses of the facility. You can tell you're going around it.
Well, I hope so. It's a clearing. Most of the clearing. As long as we can still see the clearing, we're still moving in a circle or a square or something.
As you move around the facility, you notice that the clearing itself kind of shortens as it gets close to the back of the prison facility.
Well, now that's a mistake.
Indeed.
Yes, quite.
So that there's still an open area at the back of the facility, but it's at a distinctly shorter range from the facility to the mushroom forest.
So instead of a full football field, we got like what, half a football field?
Oh, less.
Quarter football field?
Yeah, generally speaking, yeah.
Alright.
It's a lot less.
So looking like anywhere from 60 to 80 feet here, as opposed to the hundreds.
It's easy enough to just kind of get in and get out of there.
Alright.
and there's nothing around, and the Felucian, after taking a look at the empty space, darts through the open space to the back of the facility. And
oh shit! Yeah, sprint right on his ass as soon as he does that. It's like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I suppose I will run forward and I will grab my synth rope in hand and then move forward to the repulsor pad.
Time for everybody
You're
to
dragging the repulsor pad.
It's got our bomb.
lean into it, boys. It's time to burst into Naruto run.
So you get to the facility, and the Felucian points to the corner of the building where you see a ventilation grate, barely hanging on by its bolts.
Perfect.
I hold out the synth rope.
How high up is it?
Not high. You could easily get in it.
So you just like reach up with our hands and grab it and pull ourselves up?
You could absolutely, but you need to remove the grate.
Well, hey, I got tools.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull some gear off. Does someone want this rope for now or no?
No, Deckard's gonna look at fucking Susan. I was like, what are you doing with this thing? Why are you dragging this around when we're trying to sneak through places? Give me a break. And
Go hide it.
Hold his gun up and just like keep
No, I'm gonna put
on the perimeter while Matthias does his work.
I'm gonna go leave the perimeter and find a place to stash this.
Good idea.
You're gonna go hide
If
it.
only there was like a village that we were at before we came here where you could have left that thing. And then you wouldn't have to find a place to stash it while we're right outside of an Imperial outpost.
Right.
Oh well, missed opportunities.
So the noble's gonna stash the
You run right through. You're gonna run back to the fucking perimeter edge.
in the trees. All right.
I'm gonna
Who's gonna try to get the gate off? The grate off.
That's Matthias right now. He said he's gonna work at the tools.
Okay.
Mechanics check. Nope.
Oh.
So that'd be a mechanics check for Matthias, right?
There it
Sure.
is. Can you hear me now?
Doesn't actually have anything for mechanics check.
So go on.
I got
All
I
right.
got you. That is mechanics, which I am trained in.
Sure, why not? Let's do that. It'll be a DC 10 because it's literally hanging off its bolt.
Bam.
Yeah, you get the freaking thing off.
That's no time at all. Just spin bolt, spin bolt, spin bolt, pop.
And he does it totally silently.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a nice hole or pit of brush and basically set it right over it and just deactivate the repulsor field so the thing's actually sitting underneath or inside some stuff. I don't know, a nice little tree root, mushroom root is overgrown.
All right.
We're a giant jungle forest, man. Just like chop a freaking mushroom cap off and throw it over.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
It's gonna be effort to find someone's. Yeah. So, and then I have taken select gear off. Anything not on my sheet is there or elsewhere.
All right.
Please tell me you remember the bomb.
Oh yes. How much does the bomb weigh, or is someone else gonna carry that?
You give it to somebody else once you bring it over.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Does anyone want? Nah, no one wants the rope, so I'll leave the rope behind.
So, you go through the vent.
Actually,
Yeah.
I will keep
Absolutely.
one length of rope.
All right. So once Susan gets back to the group and we're about to enter the vents, he's gonna look at Volt and be like, "I believe it's your specialty."
Absolutely. He's already halfway in.
All right.
Your Felucian guide stays outside.
All right,
Is
we
he
gotta
gonna-
look out.
Is he gonna bounce back to the tree line?
He's going to stay nearby.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be on our lookout.
Going to hide. Don't get me wrong, but he's going to stay nearby.
He's gonna tell us if the Popo shows up.
You know, if he's doing that, Deckard's gonna pull his pistol out from under his armpit and hand it to the creature.
The creature's going to just kind of open its hand at Deckard.
He doesn't need a pistol.
By
He
the
can
way,
shoot
it's,
people with the swamp.
How am I supposed to hold this thing?
He's going to look at the underarm beneath the first arm. It looks like it's got normal graspers. And he's going to put it in that hand. And he's going to take it back. He's going to go bunk, bunk. He's going to like double tap the thing, like kind of smack it on the metal.
Connor, let's remember,
up,
this guy can shoot
trigger.
people. He can shoot people with the swamp.
Yes, no, I understand that, but here's the thing. He's not handing this to this creature to defend itself with because he knows it can defend itself with the Force. He's also got a fucking firearm that makes a thunderous, very unique noise. If the creature gets caught,
it's the
a single discharge of the pistol should tell us all what just happened.
It's the call-out whistle. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's the one we should be able to hear even inside the facility, unless it is very well soundproofed.
I don't know. It's an Imperial metal-walled facility.
Iffy, but better than nothing.
You can hear loud things outside of an Imperial facility unless it's in space.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
Like, as long as it's like a very loud, violent sound that would cause like hearing damage to unprotected people, you should. Unless you're like 5 floors underground.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like this. It's like, here, got this. Make noise with it if you get attacked. However you can pantomime that.
Right.
Fucking persuasion check. That's exactly what it has to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a skill check for that.
Hold on, I got the mouse right over here.
Alright, well.
I get it. On the
No,
screen.
so I know we looked at that earlier. That's going to be persuasion DC 20. To successfully communicate with fucking pantomiming with this bipedal creature. Hand the thing the gun. And hope it understood. The persuasion check of 6? Absolutely not.
Right. Okay, so you guys climb in. One after another. You go through the vent.
Oh, who goes through last? Anyone volunteer for that?
Size now?
Makes sense. So Deckard will go in third. As he goes in, you look at Size and be like, make sure to shut the grate behind you.
Understood. So grab the grate, kind of look at how I'm gonna do that getting in there.
Just pull it back with you. Alright. So once you're in the facility, it doesn't take long for the next grate to be taken off by the resident mechanic.
I think you mean the god with tools.
I thought Volok went first. He face checked the grate.
Yes.
I mean, we could do some really weird, ventilation dancing, but that will get very awkward and intimate.
And it matters.
It might. Some people aren't comfortable with it.
Alright, well, whatever.
Either way.
Well, of course, there's going to be another grate at the other end.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ventilation shaft.
Yeah, maybe we should have let him go first.
So, you guys get the other ventilation grate off, and you get into the facility. And you notice that, well, the inside is just as imperial as the outside.
I'm gonna whip.
Right?
I'm gonna whip out my a surveillance detector and basically attempt to search for any surveillance cameras within 60 feet, 36 feet, 30 squares.
No? There's none?
Okay, I technically need to make a perception check for that, but just for future reference.
Yeah.
Gives me bonus to detect nearby surveillance.
So, boo. It is Imperial style with standard metal walls and metal doors. One moment. There's actually a map.
Dun dun dun.
Helps to have a map.
Here's a map.
That's where we come in at?
Yep, that is where you come in at.
Alright. This is another one of those. One square is like 2, 3.5.
Yeah,
No worries. All right.
It's a little squished because I needed to be able to have you guys see everything.
You can resize maps.
I did.
No, I mean resize the grid that the map goes on.
No, I can't. We established that last time.
We'll go over that later.
Of course.
All right, so we're mostly looking at sterile walls. Nobody moving around right now.
Not that you can see.
All right, Deckard's going to take the bottom right corner from where these guys just came in. So basically, actually, right where about Susan Hill is. Yeah.
So yeah. So I say,
And he's going to hold that corner and just barely peek it so he looks up basically to the right-hand side of the image here.
All right. Well, straight down from Deckard is the front door where the blast doors are past the turbo lift.
Oh, shit, so someone walks right through that, they'll see us. All right.
It's rather a small facility.
Volt is going to grab people by the arm and pull them back around the corner over here. Out of sight.
Okay, and I can't control my character for some reason.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
Give
me
me a
neither.
moment. Thought I got them all. And I didn't, of course. We'll get that done. So,
all right. Everyone's getting that changed. Colt is going to go ahead and pull us that direction, and Deckard, the moment he sees it, will fold back with the group.
all right.
Slicing out his ability playing with his gadgets.
All right. So, yeah, everybody gets pulled back. All right, you can control your character now, Krendar.
All right.
So it's empty. Nothing towards the blast door, nothing off on the right, heading down that little hallway.
You do not see anything.
Well, allow me, and I will enact my class's description in Scout.
All right. We'll hold for a moment.
So,
and Deckard, honestly, is just going to keep that corner and have his eyes on every door he can possibly have them on.
So I guess I'll watch our backside with a blaster rifle.
Then, Bullet, do your thing.
I assume the turbo lifts are, like, they have walls around them. Can I use that as a cover point to sneak around?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, that works then. That's much less open.
So, I guess I'll...
I mean, they're freaking elevators, so...
Yeah. So, I want to just look around the floor plan and just check for patrols and see if there's anybody around without exposing our team to anybody just yet.
Well, you don't notice anyone at the moment.
Okay. And I assume all these gray squares are in the walls are doors, so let's see. Are they all closed?
They are all closed.
Okay. And then I'll do a little peek around the corner down here.
You absolutely noticed something.
I don't look like I'm covered by the corner properly because of the grid, but I'm doing the corner peek stealth move thing.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the screen to what you see.
Ooh.
Where am I on this version? I guess I'm over here?
Yeah, you'd be over there.
Here.
Retro Raggy. There are some people inside.
Now, you can only see the two. The one down this hallway and... how do you freaking ping?
Click and hold. That one, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that one.
Are they moving or standing there?
They seem to be just kind of standing at the moment.
They're sitting there having a conversation with themselves. Talking about the day. So bored crayon eaters.
Let's see. They don't seem to be really talking or anything.
Oh god, it's quiet, it's empty, and it's boring.
Oh, I'm sure it's more interesting behind some of those doors.
They must be on something to stay sane in this situation.
They're probably playing the alphabet game.
Alright, I'll head back to the group and report what I've found.
Alright. Let's move you back.
This might be a good opportunity to pincer these guys.
Alright, so you absolutely see them.
Is there anyone anywhere else in the building?
So yeah, now those stormtroopers seem to be just kind of standing casually.
Okay.
They don't seem to be doing much of anything.
They're like on a guard duty kind of thing.
Or they're on guard duty, they're on no duty and been told to hurry up and wait.
But yeah, there's no way I can check the other rooms without alerting the people in there by opening doors, so I'll have to leave that alone.
And then if we go and make noise, they'll get alerted anyway.
So what does Bolt report?
We've got a couple stormtroopers down the southwest hallway there. Possibly more, because I couldn't see around the corner entirely. They don't seem to be moving, though. They're either on break or guarding something. And if I remember correctly, I think that's roughly part of the building where the turret was.
Yeah, this is the back, so that'd be the front.
So, in order to explore anything else, we're going to have to look behind doors, but they seem to be the only ones around that are out in the hallways.
You know, if we gain control of that turret, we could probably bring the scout walker down.
Entirely possible. Also, quick question for GM: are any of the doors around here labeled in any way? Like, does the medical bay have some sort of medical bay symbol on it, or anything like that? Does the comm center have a sign saying comm center?
Hospitals, military bases.
The medical bay would definitely have a symbol on it, but it's not a standard symbol. It looks like the original symbol has been removed, and a new symbol that kind of looks like beakers.
Research lab, lovely.
Yeah.
That guy's gonna hold his hand up. Like, give me a moment, and he's gonna lean against the wall, cross his arms, close his eyes, and reach out through the facility with the force to try to detect life forms in the other rooms.
Nice.
You want to use the force check then?
Yep.
I love it all.
Oh man.
He get nothing but presences, but this will still possibly give us some extra numbers.
It gives us a motion sensor like readout of the facility from Halo.
Let's see what you get. You get a 20.
He's a walking Call of Duty heartbeat sensor.
Yep.
You
Very
can
potentially useful.
absolutely feel life forms.
What we got?
Alright, so you can feel several in the medical bay. Seems to be 3 in the medical bay, 2 of which feel a little weird in the force.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
To nobody's surprise.
There are off where the comm center you can see on the map, which you guys don't know what it is. You can feel 4 blips.
4 blips.
How about command area?
The command area prison. The command area prison, you can feel 6. And down where the turret is, you can feel, I think. How many were there? 4 or 5?
4.
There was 4 people and a droid, so he would sense the 4 people, yeah.
That wasn't a droid.
Okay, well, it looked like one.
Still something, it's not a person.
No, it is a person.
Oh, shit. Alright, well.
Person in fancy armor, then.
Okay.
Alright, so he's gonna tap on the wall right behind him. And put up finger 3. And then he's gonna point basically to the right-hand side of the building and put up fingers 10.
Then I get Susan L gets an idea and then realizes, and pulls out his communication scanner.
The whole building.
Yeah.
So the DC might be a little harder because or take more time because I'm trying to find the different stuff.
Sifting through it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to listen in on. All right. So, how do we want to do this?
Well, also, I was asking about the doors being labeled. Are the comm center or command area doors labeled in any way?
It doesn't seem so.
Okay.
Did they used to be and have those things removed? Do we see at least evidence of erasure?
No.
Yeah, all right. God, this must have just really been just a little shitty facility way back when. How lovely that they've repurposed it and did it all in their crappy gray architecture.
Right.
Indeed. Well, I think the best move would be to take out the command structure first. Possibly cut off their ability to... I don't know if there's anybody they can call for reinforcements, but...
Well,
cut that off if possible, but we don't know where that is.
We need to take... I want to hit the communications.
Yeah, let's make sure they can't get a call out.
So, first things first, are there any unencrypted communications in this area?
Fuck no.
No.
Okay. So, DC 15 to determine number and types. Use computer. Use computer.
Yeah.
18.
Damn.
So basically, the comm center, I assume, is going to have a big, powerful thing. So I won't know it's comm center, but I know there's a big, powerful, and then other types.
Yeah, helmets, command center, and comm center.
So the command, so yeah.
So we're looking at like what, a dozen signatures, dozen signals, give or take, 2 or 3, either way.
Well, I mean, if they're different signals, no, because the helmets seem to be connected all to each other.
Well, the thing, as long as they're talking, you'll still hear that, and then the next one.
Now, question: are these helmets using the same signal as the scout trooper from before, or is this a different channel? GM discretion.
Different channel.
Okay.
Yeah, it was at a different facility, so.
Mm-hmm.
So what does he tell us?
So I just plug. Can I send that data to my data slate and let people see that?
Share screen.
Sure.
Yeah, share screen, data slate. Hey guys, I point out this here, and I assume the comm center lines up with. Assume that there's a big communication source. I can guess is a comm center. That's probably the strongest signal.
I mean, you can assume.
Okay.
Well, one way or another, we're getting the highest EM signature from that particular room. And it is being picked up by this device, so...
I got a hole in my lip, I'm sorry.
All else being equal, we do know that there's a dish on this facility, and it wasn't on the highest portion. So it's not smack dab center.
Guys, what if we just, knocked out the power?
How do you suggest we do that?
Where is the power? Well, we'd have to find it first, but that's a great idea.
It is, but...
Wait a minute. Didn't Mandrake tell us we wanted to plant the bomb...
In the comm center.
In the comm center? Because planting it there would cause a reaction that would destroy the whole facility? What if the power plant is actually what that fucking thing is picking up in the comm center right now?
Could be.
Oh, that would make sense.
Regardless, I was going to suggest we hit that room first anyways, so that we can silence this place.
Well, at least...
That's a good idea.
I do too. It's either that or that group right at the bottom, but that would still leave us able to... Yeah!
Here's my theory. We do that third.
First.
My theory is comm center silenced first. If that goes well, we silence the command area. If we know that, wherever the command people are. And then we take out and then we claim the turret for ourselves third, assuming that we manage to do 1 and 2 relatively stealthily.
So at this point, Seisano will find a way to stow his rifle and pull out his stun baton.
Because that scout, while we do want to get rid of the scout walker, it's not a threat to us while we're in here.
Indeed.
And not unless it's willing to take down the whole building to get us.
Do not doubt Imperial design. But we just watched one of these guys grenade us rather than be captured
for sure.
and allow his brethren.
That's why I bring it up. But we'd have to prove ourselves enough of a threat that they're willing to destroy their entire facility just to get rid of us, which might happen.
Well, if they're willing to destroy the entire facility, then we don't need to plant the bomb there. They'll do it for us.
Yes, but ideally with us not in it at the time.
Indeed. So yes. Okay, comm center first.
Comm center it is. We're doing this sneaky like.
Also,
Or it's a source of communication.
if we're right about that being the comm center, we might be able to find more information about the facility in there to pinpoint the command area, or whoever's in charge. Behead the place, take out the
Yeah.
command
What do you
chain.
think, Ben? I hear you talking back there. What's up?
Not much, apparently.
Thought I heard something.
I mean,
Well, shit.
but this is all planning for the next time because it's about 6 o'clock. We don't have
Yes,
time
it
to
is.
enact this right now. But I think we have a plan.
I do.
Indeed.
And assuming everything goes well and we have time to do what we want to do after we've done those things, we can check the research center and see if there's anybody left to save.
One other thing to remember is that we are here for a prisoner.
Yes.
We could, technically speaking, silence the comm center, plant the bomb, find what we can in the prison, grab our guy, and go, and then just press the button and blow the whole damn thing without having to fight those other groups.
That's a good point. That's a
I
good
like
point.
that idea. But what if we decided to take out the Scout Walker anyway?
I mean, we could still do that if we wanted to, go full bore, really just destroy everything because to hell with these guys. But to fight Scout Walker, we must fight the guys at the bottom of the facility.
I just don't want to potentially have to fight a Scout Walker on foot. It won't go well.
No, it won't.
It would be nice if we could take the gun turret over and use that on it before
or
we
an
leave.
actual AT, but it will fuck us up pretty royally.
Oh, yeah. No.
Do we know if there's other Imperial presence on the planet or not? Or is this basically the thing?
That's all we've heard. That's that they have this one prison facility and they've been doing weird shit here. But there is a Star Destroyer in orbit.
Yeah. Even if we take
That
all
Star
this out,
Destroyer
they could
also has,
reinforce.
That Star Destroyer has a ready to build, like an instant, just hot droppable fucking garrison level base in it as part of its standard complement too. So,
But does our party know that?
well, I'm just saying that, like, in terms of reinforcement, they could literally drop an Imperial garrison.
I mean, we
top
can
of-
assume they've got something.
Yeah. Anyway, I gotta go, you guys. So,
Yep.
play.
Same here.
Catch you later,
good
man.
evening.
You have a good night, Ben.
Have a good night.
And
Tomorrow we commit more homicide.
well, not
Alright.
tomorrow, but next time.
Next time on Lizard Sphere X.
Yes. And anybody that's around in 3 hours, it's gonna be time for more Weeb Souls action.
Weeb Souls?
Weeb Souls, Neo.
The Twitch went down on my end. So there was a network error.
Oh,
It's
no.
probably
Yeah, I had
just
to
a
reset.
connection glitch with
Yeah,
you
it's
in it.
fine.
Alright.
Actually, I lied. I don't have a direction on that signal yet. I had to make a DC-20 computer check to reveal direction distance of a broadcast. I just realized that rereading it.
Well, direction or not, we know there's some big wub-wubs in the room, in the area.
Yes.
Big wub-wubs, stormtrooper group, some kind of weapon turret, they're standing nearby. There's a walker somewhere in this forest, close enough to be heard even through all the foliage.
I think the better point is that time is the only limiter on getting above a 20. So
We are infiltrating an enemy facility.
Time is a
not
factor.
okay, that's the thing. Okay.
Who knows when a patrol might wander by?
Yeah,
Well, there you
second
go.
checked
Someone
isolated.
walks by, a group that's out there comes in right through that door. Someone inside one of these rooms decides to come out and take a piss.
Yeah.
When you are infiltrating a place that is full of people that want to kill you,
Wait.
don't take time to do anything unless you must by necessity,
Right?
because
So-
you should be
Mhm.
planting a bomb.
So here's the thing: like, where are they gonna take a piss? Is it in the storage or is it outside? They probably got an outhouse.
Eh.
The point is again, it's like whether or not they do it in the facility. If there's someone in a room that just steps on out while we're slinking around, and they see us, even if it's to go outside through the front door, we do not want to give anyone that opportunity. And every second that we're not doing our jobs, we are giving the enemy more time to catch us.
Yep. Exactly.
Like, do not enter the enemy's facility and then just sit there and fuck around with stuff. We've done our bit of scouting. Everyone was doing eyeballing stuff. You were doing electronic stuff. And now it's like, okay, what do we know? This is what we know. Let's go that way.
Let's.
Target acquired.
As far as a stealth attack on the comm facility goes, how would we do that? The blasters are not quiet weapons.
I pulled out a stun baton and
yes, you have a stun baton, and I have a stun baton, but what about the other two?
I got a stun baton.
Oh, shit, we're just going to go club people, huh?
Well, you could always pull out your blade.
We're gonna go tase them all, bro.
That was a necessary evil in a moment when I had basically no weaponry. Do not count on Deckard to lightsaber his way through the first half of this campaign.
Fair enough.
I mean, while that's a fair point, this is actually a legitimately good time to use it.
Maybe not.
It's not as loud as a blaster.
It isn't.
I think we should say it's a good idea up until there's cameras in the room. And we don't know if there are any.
I guarantee you there's cameras in the room.
Yeah.
There's cameras in every room here.
I have a solution. We just hand him my VidVox scrambler. No one will see it on camera. Actually, I'll pull up my VidVox scam.
I will consider that, especially since when we blow the facility, most of the evidence of the damage that he has done with the lightsaber will be gone.
Mm-hmm. But including the recording of it.
Those things where anyone gets a signature off that that satellite, that dish, is pointed straight up. If I didn't know any better, I would say if that's the case, it's not like aiming somewhere in the sky. That Star Destroyer may be in geosynchronous orbit with this facility.
It's entirely possible.
And if that's the case, then they're already linked and communicating with it. All it would take is them going, oh shit, there's a lightsaber, and someone hearing it on that Star Destroyer for everything to come down.
Well,
like this guy's got guns for a reason. Oh wait, you know what else he has? He has a fucking bayonet.
Yep.
Wait, he grabbed one, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he's got a bayonet and bayonet rings. The only thing he doesn't have is the ionic edge that he wants. Oh, it's such a fucking cool modification, but it's so expensive. The modification's 3,000 credits. It's more expensive than his armor and all of his guns combined.
Damn.
I love it.
But if he gets it, he will have the Mandalorian stabbed from the Mandalorian show.
Listen.
I will say that that's not where I got it from. The first character I ever had to use the Ionic Edge actually had it on a mace. He was like a big brutish power armor user. But when that show came out, the first time you really see him use that fucking feature in combat, it's so cool. Who here? Krendar, Nick, have either of you two actually watched Mandalorian yet?
Nope.
First 4 episodes.
Oh my god, it's so good. If you are a Star Wars fan, I don't know how you feel about Disney as a whole these days. I don't know how people feel about Disney's Star Wars. I certainly can't fucking stand it. But The Mandalorian is an exception to all of those failings. It's incredible.
So it's Jedi Fallen Order, but in TV, in terms of quality.
It's more like Star Wars meets B-rated spaghetti western and does it so lovingly that if you like that kind of thing, it enhances the show rather than detracts from it.
Sounds pretty fucking good.
Across literally B-rated Star Wars, or it's going to come across as best fucking Star Wars. You give me a Mandalorian and freaking Wild West pulp at the same time. Oh my god, be still my beating heart. Right. It was so good.
It was amazing.
Sounds nice.
You've seen it. Home Slice has a bayonet with the Ionic Edge. You know what that is just by having watched that.
Was it? When did you use that?
Well, it almost uses it every fucking episode. Like, the first time you see him use it is when he stabs the big creature, and all it does is agitate it, but enough to let go of things. And then in the second episode, it's when he's kind of going through the place, and he gets jumped, and he has to fight those motherfuckers, and at the last moment, he manages to get the stab against that one guy, and it knocks him back 20 feet. Now, that's not going to happen in game, but I do imagine that's what happens when about 150,000 volts of energy hits you at once. And when you see a man knocked back by an electric discharge, that's what you're seeing.
So, yeah, you're gonna stab people, and we're gonna club them.
No, we're gonna tase them.
Okay.
Well, club and tase at the same time.
Club and tase, yeah.
We're gonna tase club them.
Tasey clubby. Tasey clubby.
All right. Well, I need to go and cook something so I have something to eat before the evening's
we gotta make
stream.
dinner right now too.